3, 2, 1.
Hello, my fellow cigar lovers and addicts. Welcome to another fabulous Freaky Friday show. Tonight, we got a very, very special show ahead. Have a very special guest going to be joining us tonight. And tonight, we're going to be doing all things Opus show. Found another YouTuber that's really into the Opus stuff, and was excited to bring him on the show. So let me introduce y'all.
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Tan? Everybody, this is Tan the Man. You guys need to definitely check out his channel. He puts out some really great content, and I've been catching up with him and excited to get him on the show. He's got a very, very nice taste for the Opus like I do. And
yeah, we do.
Got a pretty nice collection going on.
Mm-hmm.
And but welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me, Sean. This is actually my very first live on YouTube. So
Awesome.
I'm happy to be here.
Happy to pop your live stream cherry, bro.
Look, I know we met at Marvin's live. Man, slipped my head. What is Marvin's live?
Rise and Grind.
Rise and Grind. That's it.
Yeah. That's where we met.
Yeah. And then we communicated from that point on, and then I know Marvin was introducing me into the channel, and then that's how we started chatting in the live. And
we were kind of talking on that live, and I liked what you were saying, and I was like, man, I got to get in contact with this guy and get him on the show. So we got Bobby in here with us already.
Hey, Bobby,
Ryan, what's up, brother?
Ryan,
Wigwag is in the house.
How you doing? How you guys doing? Hope you guys having a good time tonight. We got Bobby. Yeah. How you doing, Bobby?
Big Manny, what's up, my brothers?
What's going on, Big Manny? Thanks for joining us here.
Glad you guys could make it for sure. So
very cool.
I'm excited about tonight too, because I just clocked out at 3 o'clock this afternoon and started my 9-day vacation, y'all. And you've been watching everything. I've basically worked like 6.5, 7 months in the last 5 months, so I am ready for a break. And I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to have Tan on the show and do an Opus show, because I got a couple of Opus bangers that I'm going to smoke tonight. And let's get down to lighting up some sticks. So what am I smoking tonight? Tonight, I am smoking the 20th anniversary God's Whisper. No, this is the new Father and Son. I had to save the God's Whisper.
Yes.
But this is a really good cigar. Simon, why don't you're here with us? Why don't you give us a lowdown on this cigar?
Released to celebrate 2 decades of the legendary Opus X line, the Fuente Opus 20th anniversary is a masterpiece handcrafted at Chateau de la Fuente in the Dominican Republic. Wrapped in the signature Dominican-grown Rosado wrapper that made
we lost you, Simon.
Oh, Simon got lost in the factory.
Yeah, Simon got lost.
I love it. That's awesome.
I don't know where he's streaming from tonight, but anyway, I'm ready to light this baby up.
Yeah, I got a shark here. You guys know that's my favorite Vitola.
Oh, dude. I love that shark Vitola, period. I love the Añejo. I love the Don Carlos shark.
Yep.
And I really like that Opus too. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so I want to apologize ahead of time. I usually record in my studio, in my bedroom. But tonight I said, you know what? For Sean, I'm gonna be lighting up one up, and I set up my pseudo studio outside. However, one thing I can't control are the birds, the ducks, the crickets, and whatever else that may happen outside here tonight. So I want to apologize ahead of time. I am
Oh, it's all
outside,
good,
and
my man.
I can't control Mother Nature, but we're gonna have a good time out here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite not Vitola, favorite blend, the 20th anniversary Opus X.
Man,
What is your favorite, Sean?
the 20th for sure, because
Yeah.
that was the first box of Opus I bought was a God's Whisper.
Oh, nice.
Uh, I had that. I had a Perfection #4 and a Perfection #5.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Cheers, buddy.
cheers, my man.
We got 315 aficionado.
Hey, what's up, aficionados? I got 315 aficionados in the house tonight. And yeah, so I kind of my Opus journey, it kind of just started with a local because I didn't really know anything about buying anything or doing any of that kind of stuff. And I just started out with like a Perfection and stuff, and then this guy at my local had 2 boxes of the God's Whisper. And he allocated the first box, and it was like you could only buy 2 sticks per day. And I thought, well, I'll try those, and see how it goes. And then after that, it was just kind of like, well, so I bought like, let's see what I get. Yeah, I bought like a Perfection, smoked it, loved it. Then I went in his shop, and then I bought
some goodies.
That was like my first Opus load. So it was the Forbidden Sensual and the Forbidden Passion d'Amour, and then the God's Whisper.
Beautiful lineup. Yep.
Yeah, and I smoked that. I smoked each one of those in about a week's time, and I went right straight back and loaded up on some more shit.
God damn.
Over the course of a few days, because I could only get like 2 at a time. But man, once I started smoking those God's Whispers, I was freaking hooked. I mean, I was just all about Opus. I just loved it. I even went out. They had one of the 20th anniversary ashtrays. I had to buy that bitch. And then ended up, so in my Death Star cigar bar in there, I've got my ashtray, and then I've got my first box of Opus, the God's Whisper, that I bought, that keeps like all my lighters and cutters and all that kind of stuff in it.
Right.
So
I love it because I got the ashtrays, but I don't have a place I don't have a man cave. I don't have a Death Star. So it kind of just sits on my desk until one day finally I'll get a chance. Like today, I pulled out my Casa Cuba ashtray.
Nice.
But usually I can't leave it outside, So when I'm done, I'll wash it, I'll clean it up, and put it in the box and put it away.
Well, I'm very fortunate. After 30 years of marriage, I can finally smoke in my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've been a cigarette smoker for 30 years. And I never could smoke in the house. And then when I started smoking cigars, hey Johnny, welcome to the show, brother.
How you doing, Cigar Fellowship? Hope you're doing.
And he's got a really good channel too, man. In fact, we've been talking. Soon, Johnny and I are going to get together and do a show as well.
Sick.
And so yeah, I was just like, okay, this is it. I'm getting old enough. I got into cigars. I sold my record collection and got out of that, had a bunch of capital to play with, and just fell deep down the rabbit hole with the cigars.
Okay. Yeah.
And then once once my mother-in-law passed away, who lived with us for years, she had basically the downstairs of my house. Well, she was gone, so I was like, what am I going to do with this space? Well, I first turned it into a record room and listening room, and then I was like, okay, this is going to be my smoking lounge. So I, bought some smoke eaters, and I put a bunch of ventilation in, and a bunch of smelly goods and just all kind of shit, and kind of sealed off the rest of the house. So I can sit down here and smoke, and it doesn't bother my wife, because my wife and my son, who lives with us, they have allergies, and so it's like, we couldn't smoke around, and I was always having to go outside and sweat my ass off or freeze, get hovel under the patio heater, and now it's like, man, I can come down here anytime. It's always 70 degrees in the Death Star, no matter what. And,
that's wonderful.
And I've got a badass stereo system that's all, and it's all I got a great streamer and a couple monoblock amps and some French Focal speakers and a sub and everything. Just a massive system, and TV, and I got a
fully automated. I got a chance to see it earlier.
Yeah, fully automated. This whole room, I can turn on all my fans, I can turn on all my lights, I can turn on all my studio lights, everything.
That's
so I just
cool.
I don't even got to get up.
Yeah.
In fact, when I can figure out how to automate somebody bringing me a cup of coffee without waking up the missus.
Hey, look, Optimus is around the corner. He might be around sooner than later.
I know it, right? So Tan, why don't you kind of introduce yourself to everybody and kind of share, what you got going on, how you got into cigars, and kind of what you're doing with your channel and stuff.
Well, I would say that I've been smoking for maybe 3 years, and collecting for maybe about 2 years, like seriously. My first year in cigar smoking, it was kind of brutal because, I went on a cigar Facebook group and asked, hey, where do I buy Opus at? And then they just basically tore me up. One of them connoisseur groups or like whatever cigar groups, and basically it was along the lines of, why would we tell you so you can go buy it all, or they're not great cigars anyway, and blah blah blah. So I was very determined to get my hands on some Opus. A good friend of mine I grew up with, I didn't know he smoked, so I posted a picture of cigars on my Facebook one day, and he messaged me, said, when did you start smoking? And I said, just started. And so from that point on, I started messaging him, is this good? Is this good? Is this good? And he just got tired of responding to my questions. And he just said, hey, look, just go down Fuente. I promise you, you're not gonna be disappointed. So I started looking for Fuente. And then one day he came over, and he handed a 2012 TAA coffin. It had I think a Super Bellicoso, and I think it had a JC Newman Shark in it.
Yeah.
And he asked which one you want to try, and I said, give me that Opus.
Yeah.
So from that point on, that was one of the first Opus I smoked, and then that was kind of the beginning of the end, so to speak, but the beginning of the deep dive that I went into. And from that point on, I just started hunting for Opus. And I fell in love with that cigar that you're smoking. The only difference was my first 20th anniversary was, I believe, I smoked that 2024 on my birthday. Yeah. And I absolutely fell in love with that blend.
Dude, yeah.
Being that I'm such a, kind of new smoker, and, I can't handle a lot of nicotine, and, I don't want that heavy Maduro flavor. That 20th, my palate just loved it.
Oh,
So
it's so smooth, and it's so pleasant. You know what I mean?
very extremely, it's approachable. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter what palate you really have. Well, some folks would say that the 20th is a little light for them, which I would understand if they've been smoking for a long time and they prefer the more robust flavors. But
Yeah,
if not, if this is the whole spectrum of cigars, from light to bold, that 20th
yeah.
anniversary would handle like most of everybody in the middle.
Absolutely, absolutely. I do like, I'll wake up early some mornings and I'll come down and I'll on a weekend and I'll pull one of these out and grab coffee and sit there and listen to some tunes and just kind of wake up with it. And it just, it's so creamy and so smooth.
Yeah,
And, you know, uh,
that's my buddy David, Lynn David. He's from Puerto Rico.
hey, David, welcome to the show, man. Glad you could make it.
KLOK buddy. He's actually a Chinese guy who doesn't speak English. He only speaks Chinese and Spanish.
Oh, right on. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
that's why he's laughing. I got you.
Yeah, so
But
I think I don't know how he's gonna understand what we're saying today. Maybe he has a Google translator on at the same
maybe as a
time.
translator, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
would be
yeah.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, but anyway, that's kind of how I started my journey. I seriously collected maybe in the past year and a half. Went down a deep rabbit hole like you did, and spent a year building a network of shops that would sell to me at MSRP.
Yeah,
Um, so you could find cigars or Opus like way overpriced.
hey Troy.
And so they sit there on the website, and you'll find it there. And then sometimes maybe if you're desperate enough, you'll buy it. But for the most part, I've been very fortunate. The past, my first year, I spent a lot of time just building a relationship with shop owners who A, don't have a website, and B, um, their locals don't smoke Opus.
Yeah,
May smoke Fuente, but they don't smoke Opus. So the shelves would be just full of Opus, and none of the local um, smokers would pick it up. I mean, it's kind of
yeah,
a pricey cigar. So
that's a win-win for you
yeah, exactly.
for
So
sure.
yeah.
Like, yeah, just go ahead and don't smoke them some bitches because I'll get back around to buying them all.
hmm
you know?
And so sometimes like you kind of got to keep that close to your vest. You can't give out. It's like fishing. You don't give out your honey hole, right? You got to keep that quiet, and hopefully nobody else finds out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when I first kind of started doing it, it was locals, and I'm very much a big proponent, and I support local as much as possible. And I'm always talking about building those relationships with your
Yeah.
locals. And in fact, my girl Cassie, from the Cigar Room at Lee Summit, always hooks me up, takes really good care of me. In
Shout
fact,
out. Yeah.
that's who I got this father and sons from. She had a massive Opus event and just threw out a ton of stuff, and some of it was 3-4 years old. That she's been hanging
Wow.
on to. So
Very cool.
yeah, I was able to pick up a bunch of goodies, and you know, if you hunt, you can really find them. And I have found most of my cigars as I travel around, do that
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff. Very
Mm-hmm.
rarely have I bought any Opus online. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
At all. In fact, 98% of all the Opus I have is from going to different cigar humidors and cigar shops, and building those relationships with people. And
I'm gonna drop a nugget for your audience. All right.
go ahead.
Uh, Most of the sites that have them sold out with the price where it needs to be, sign up to be notified when they restock. I didn't believe it. I didn't think they'll ever restock. But I promise you, one day I was at work and I was in the middle of a meeting, and I get a ding on my phone and one of the sites that I just signed up as a restock just because.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden there was like 8, 9 boxes restocked. It's just ding, 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 ding. And I said, I gotta step out of this meeting for a second. I ran to my desk. I put everything to my shopping cart, and it just checked out. And then
Yeah.
literally within 30 minutes, everything that was on the website that was listed gone.
Gone. Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta sign up for the notification. I promise you, a lot of the stuff that's don't be notified for a site that's gonna sell 3-4 times. Don't bother. It's gonna sit on that site. But the site that has it at close to MSRP, or just 10% or whatever it is that your excise tax is in that state, sign up for the notification. I promise you, it's gonna pay off. You may not catch it, but when you do catch it, you'll get an MSRP.
Yeah. Johnny says, I found it uncanny how if you have the money, Opus shall find you.
That is true too.
Yeah, that ain't no joke, man, because you can't be worried about the purse strings if you're an Opus addict.
Yeah, that is true.
Aficionado said he started watching you on the upgrading stand-up humidor with the fans and lighting. Right on.
Yeah,
we've got some people. That's the thing I love about this community is, the more people that I meet that are in it. Like Aficionados has got a great channel. He does a lot of unboxing and reviews and stuff. And we're all in this,
buddy.
We're all in this thing together. You know what I mean? And in a way, we kind of can help each other cheat the algorithm a little bit. You know what I mean? Because the more we interact as content creators, you know what I mean? It's like the people that you pick up from other people and you start watching them and you start commenting on everything, that kind of gets the algorithm to learning the people that are watching your stuff. Or if you're, it's like, okay, well, I'm watching this.
They'll push the same type of content. Yeah,
exactly. And that's always great. But yeah, I really love this thing. I mean, shit, dude, it don't get much better than that.
That's a beautiful ash. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure the wind doesn't catch mine over here. It's a little windy. I'm hoping that the my AirPods aren't sending wind sounds your way.
No,
so
you
I
sound
apologize
fine.
ahead of time. Okay, great.
You sound fine. And everybody calls it a retro hail, but I call it the French exhale.
The French exhale. All right. I'm listening.
Well, because I was a cigarette smoker forever, since the freaking mid '80s, and we used to French inhale cigarettes where you'd take a puff and you'd blow it up your nose and suck it in through your nose. Well, when I started smoking cigars, I was like, well, this is more like a French exhale than an inhale, because everybody was calling it retro hail and I didn't understand it. So
yeah, I'm not sure why they call it a retro hail.
I always call it the French exhale, but man, this thing is so smooth, and it's not burning my nose at all, and I'm getting like a real rosy floral taste to it.
Yes,
it's just so good.
It's so pleasant, right?
It is just all the way around, and one of the things I really like about the 20th is it doesn't just linger on your palate forever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It gives you enough taste and everything, and then it just kind of transcends.
Yes.
So when you get that next puff, it's like a fresh puff every time.
Yeah, very true. That is true.
Johnny says, unfortunately, a lot of shops can't afford to get the Fuente accounts. That includes many of the Opus line. Sometimes they force the retailers to buy us. Well, yeah, they do. You know what I mean? You got to carry a lot of their core line stuff and order a lot of that stuff to even be able to get it. But the good thing for people that do have locals that are in the groove. And I've been talking to my friend Cassie that owns the cigar room out in Lee Summit, and we were having this conversation, and she was saying that, hey, I got one of your brothers in here, Iron Eddie. Iron Eddie, was you born in '69, brother? Me too.
How you doing, Iron Eddie?
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby says the French exhale makes better. Yeah, because what's retro? It didn't make any sense to me, so I just was doing that. But what she was saying is like, she said she was talking to her rep, and a lot of cigar stores didn't hit the mark to even get Opus. So the ones that did, there's a lot more product to be distributed to all these stores. So if you got a store that, you know, hits the Opus and gets it in and that kind of stuff, they're, you know, I've noticed, man, this last year, there's Opus everywhere. In fact, here's a crazy story for you. I have one of my buddies that lives here in Kansas City that hit me up on my Facebook page because I've been looking for some lost cities. I've never tried the lost city, and I wanted to get it and try it, and they're super hard to get.
Yes.
And so he's like, dude, Wild Bill's has got them. You know, you better get out there and get them. Now, keep in mind, this is like a vape shop liquor store. They're more vape, and but it's a chain, and they've got a humidor in a couple of their shops now. But they move enough cigars throughout the chain of the core line stuff that they pool all of their big shit and put it in their 2 main stores. I went out to this vape shop. I about shit. They got 9 freaking boxes of Lost Cities, all the Vitolas. And I was just like, oh my God, you know. In fact, I called David up the other day. I was like, because I want one of them damn boxes. I was like, save one of those whole boxes for me because I want one.
Yes.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, I haven't sold through any of these, and I got yours, you know, held back for you. So, you know.
So I met the owner of Wild Bill's at PCA 2025, and I found out that those guys are probably the 2nd or 3rd largest cigar retailers in the country, behind Total Wine.
Yeah, I believe
it.
Because that explains why they've got that stuff, you know, because they're mostly a liquor and vape shop.
Yes, and that's
you know
Total Wine. And so what they do is they sell all the core line through the main shops at like totally MSRP, like $8 for like a Chateau.
Yeah,
and they move so many of that. The bigger shops will get the allocation, and they get all. Sometimes sometimes my Total Wine will get some Opus, but you never see it. It never makes it to the shop. So I mean, I've seen Rare Pinks, I've seen other cigars. Very rarely you're gonna find Opus, and if you do, you know, the traffic at Total Wine is just so big. You better be the first one there to get it, because if it ever hits the shelves, it's gone.
Oh yeah, it's just like any of their allocated bourbons or tequilas or any of that stuff, man. You got to be lucky, or you got to know somebody there that's like, hey, you better get your ass up here now. You know. Aficionado's got a question for you. He said, Tan, how's the Rolando Reyes project coming along?
I was just with Rolando this afternoon. I'm helping him secure his boxes for his brand, for his blends. I am, you know, maybe we're jumping around a little bit here, so just giving you a little heads up. I partner with 2 other guys who's been in the cigar industry for a long time, and we've gotten together. And you know, I've been in the sales industry and marketing and branding industry for a long time. Nice. And meeting 2 other gentlemen who has the same passion that we do, but we all work in a different industry. So we've taken our core skill sets and bringing it into the cigar industry. So with that being said, I'm helping Rolando secure a lot of his stuff here in America. So yeah, it's coming along. I can't wait. There's a lot of stuff that's happening in the background. That's why you guys don't see a lot of videos on my end. Because I've been working very, very hard in the background to get this project going. A lot of it I can't say yet, and just because, you know, it's not secured yet. So once it's, you know, in the bag, and once everything's running and rocking and rolling, I can't wait to tell everybody, you know, your audience and my audience.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be much more involved in the cigar industry, and I'm looking forward to it.
That sounds pretty exciting, dude. For real.
Yeah. Let's see. Wild Bill is everywhere in my home state of Ohio. Yeah. You know what? We don't have a Wild Bill down here.
Really?
Not here in the South. No. I'm sorry. I'm going. I'm looking at the chat right there, and I need to follow your. What you doing? There you go.
Yeah, Bobby says Wild Bill's everywhere. What's up, Guns? By the way, Guns and Water. He's buddy of ours, and he's got
Guns?
Little channel rolling.
Very
home
cool.
state of
Very
Ohio.
nice.
They even have a lounge in some. Okay, yeah, mine's just like all vape shop liquor, and then they got a little humidor. In fact, I talked to the dude, and I'm gonna do a video because I do a lot of like just humidor tours.
Yeah.
In fact, I've
Yeah.
got a segment on my channel that's called Fogey Be Traveling, and every time when I go to a different city or someplace, or there's a cigar shop that I've never been in.
Hmm.
Of course, I always go in and ask permission from the owner or the manager or whatever. Hey, this is what I'm doing. Introduce myself. Is it cool for me to film in here? Because I just want to pimp your shop, man. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to be cool with it.
Yes,
But
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm going to do one of our main one, the one that's got all that stuff, and I wasn't able to get any baby sharks, man. My guy that was
Not
supposed to
yet.
get me some baby sharks let me down, and I just talked to this Wild Bill's dude, and he's like, "Man, I think I can come up with at least a 5-pack for you." And I was like, "Right on, let's do that."
Beautiful. That is beautiful.
So Johnny says, "Is that how you got to PCA? Did you go into PCA in the media side, or did you go in the industry side?"
Okay, so last year, 2025, I connected with a local cigar brand called Legendary Cigars. I'm still very connected with them. The brothers who own Legendary Cigars, Michael and Homan, they had a booth, and they go to our lounge. So I met with them and I said, "Hey, you need any help? I'm free labor, bro. You can pay me in cigars. You don't even have to pay me. I just want to get in."
No
Uh,
doubt.
so in the sign business, I helped him secure to get his backdrop, for all that.
Uh-huh.
I gave it to him my cost. I didn't mark it up. And from that point on, we just became really good friends. I really enjoy their cigars. There's only 3 cigar lines in their whole entire portfolio. And one of them is one of my top 5. Their Ecuador and Habano blend. And I still got a bunch, so I smoked that in my rotation.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's how I got in, and I came in. I got a vendor badge. I helped set up the booth. I came in early,
Wow.
and I helped broke down the booth, and I sold cigars. And actually, I even as I said, I was on the hunt to find Opus, right? And I knew the shop owners, and I would message them like, "Hey, you coming to PCA? Stop by the booth. I got something to show you." So I helped them push a lot of their products during PCA. So that's how I got to PCA 2025. And then this past year, my local lounge asked me to come as a buyer, right?
Yeah.
Basically, because he's Jewish, and then so Friday and Saturday, he can't work, and so Sunday and Monday was when we were just setting up appointments for him. So Friday, Saturday, I went in there and I just went from booth to booth to booth, and say, "Hey, buyer's going to be here Sunday. Can I have some samples or whatever, and show me what you got going on?" And then he would come Sunday and say, "Hey, you got to go to this booth. You got to go to this booth. This cigar's not that great. Don't bother. This cigar's fantastic. You got to go see those guys."
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's how I got into. So
Man,
there's a big difference, Sean, between a vendor badge and a retailer badge.
really.
The first year when I came with a vendor badge, you walk
Uh-huh.
into another vendor's booth. They're like, "Okay, what do you want?" Because I'm not a buyer.
Yeah.
So I mean, I really didn't get treated so well,
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So the
Got the
second year I came, I got the retailer badge as a purchaser, right? Name on my badge. So now they're like, "Oh, nice to meet you. Would you like to try
Yeah, then
this?
you
Would you
were
like to
all
try
dipped
that?"
in buttermilk and shit,
Dude,
like
it was night and day. So I mean,
wow.
I got a chance to experience both sides, and fortunately, the first year I was just recording stuff because my channel wasn't going anywhere. It was just doing whatever I was doing. And last year, this past year, I was able to interview a whole bunch of folks because I guess this past year more people recognized me and maybe I had some credibility, Sean.
Yeah.
So I was able to do a lot more interviews. More shop brand owners wanted to have a conversation with me. So it's just a part of that journey, it's been fantastic.
that's got to be like an amazing feeling, dude. You know, I mean, you're way far away from home. You're at, you know, the biggest cigar trade show of the year, and
Yep.
people come up and recognize you, dude. That's got to be like, you know, that's got to be like hitting the pipe, man. You know what I
But
mean?
I'm not used to it. I'm walking the hall with some friends, and all of a sudden somebody stopped me and said, "Tanda man." I'm like, "Hey, do I know you?" Because like you don't know me, but I watch your channel, and I just come over and say, "Well, come say hi. What's your name, and let me get to know who you are." Um, and so it's just, again, it's just one of those things where I'm not used to it. I'm in sales for 20 years, Sean, and it's odd. But really, I'm an introvert.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind just being by myself. I'm comfortable being by myself. I'm comfortable being alone with my own thoughts. It doesn't
yeah.
drive me nuts. And so when I'm out in public, you never know, man. Like, somebody might know who you are, and come up to you, say hi. And I just letting you know, if you guys ever see me in public, just come and say hi, man. I don't bite too hard. So just
Very
come have a good
approachable.
time.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, but anyway, Sean, yeah, sorry, that question kind of steered the ship to the left here.
Oh, that's
Left.
all good. That's what we do in here, man. We just kind of roll that beautiful bean footage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever
Have,
comes up.
have you
But
been to a show, Sean?
I have not.
Have you attended any of the Opus events
No. I Dude, I almost pulled the trigger on Opus Exodus, um,
last year?
but I was just like, dude, I just can't. You know, I just had so much other crap going on that. But I really wanted to go to that.
Sean,
You know, I
Extravaganza is in about 6 weeks.
really.
There's still
Now, where's
tickets
that at?
available. That's in New Jersey.
Okay.
That's gonna be my first Opus event, besides Carlito coming to our local lounge. That wasn't really an Opus event. It was just a private event.
Huh.
Extravaganza. Cynthia's coming.
I may have to look
Carlito's
into
gonna be
that.
there. A bunch of my friends are gonna be there. Some of you guys know who you are. Shout out. Um, yeah, it's gonna be one heck of an event. We already got a table, so we got 10 guys together. It's cheaper to get 10 people together and then book a whole table together.
Gotcha.
So a ticket will come with dinner, a special event only cigar box of cigars. I think you got to pay for the booze. Pretty sure. And then entertainment and auction. So I'm not auctioning because those guys got deep pockets in New Jersey. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna there. I'm gonna be there for a good time and just say hi to everybody. A lot of the guys that I've known for 2-3 years, we've never met in person. So we're looking forward to kind of hanging out together. So Sean, if you can make it, brother, come on out. We're gonna make a lot of content
I may
together.
have to try to plan that, dude, because I've swore to myself that I'm going to slow down on my buying.
Yeah, I
And
had to do it too. It was just getting so expensive, Sean.
oh, dude. Well, I basically and everybody's heard this story, but you haven't. So it's like, I've been collecting records my whole life,
Yeah,
and I kind of got to a point where it was like it was getting a little tedious, because I was just so
yeah,
busy at work all the time, and I couldn't really enjoy it, and plus, the record thing is just like cigars, it's just like whiskey, it's just like any other
any
collectible.
collectible. Yep.
The prices were going through the roof, and I'm like, man. Plus, I started smoking cigars, and I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to be smoking cigars around all these records and shit, that's a bad combination. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
Because with all the static and shit that goes on with record playing and this, that, and another, I'm like, this is a recipe for disaster.
Yes.
And I got on some Whatnot auctions and started selling some records on Whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And damn, dude, I was like, shit, these people are going crazy for this shit. Because I had a lot of like really rare, first press stuff that, I bought when I was a kid, and just been collecting my whole life. And so anyway, long story short, so I sold my whole record collection
Wow.
off in 2 lots. And one of them I sold to a guy up in Chicago, and then I sold one to a local guy. And I kind of did the math on what I thought I paid for it.
Yeah.
And I probably profited about 14 grand off of this record collection.
Wow.
So I was like, hey, I got some play money. So
Good
guess where it
you,
all went?
John.
Yeah. Guess where the shit all went? You know, it's I've either smoked it up or it's sitting in my humidors right now, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, it's a good trade-off, you know.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. Well, thank you,
yeah.
the Cigar Fellowship, what you said right there.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and Johnny's got a good channel, and he just started a website and all that stuff. And
I need to do that. That's the next step for me there, Sean.
Yeah.
The cost for the table. All right, so individual seats was $1,250, $1,250. But if you do it, you get 10 people together, you save $100. So it's 11,500 for a table of 10. So one of my guys, one of the guys in the group just threw it on his credit card, and we all just sent him the cash. So he basically made all kind of points on his card. Wow. I wish I would have done it. I was like, dang, that was smart. Why did I do that? Because everybody was gonna pay their bill anyway, right? So yeah.
Oh man, I used to do that. So one of the jobs that I used to have, Tan, was I worked at Lake City Army Ammunition Plant, and we made we made bullets for the government. We made bullets for, you know, commercial vendors, mostly, you know, 223, 556, 762, 50 cal, and 20 mil. And at the time, it was Northrop Grumman that was running the plant, and I was working for Northrop Grumman.
We got a plant here in New Orleans,
twice a year, they would have an ammo sale, an employee ammo sale. Okay. You can buy all you want. I mean, all you want. And dude, I was getting, now these were seconds, a lot of them, mind you, that might, you know, when they went through tip ID and got the, you know, like the 855s that got the green tip and shit, they might have a little case ding or something here and there, but fully functional ammo, nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's Lake City shit.
Cosmetic, yeah.
And, well, thank you for your service, buddy. But so anyway, they would like, okay, well, you can buy all this stuff. And I was getting 1,000 lots for $95.
Damn.
Yeah.
You can't get that today.
Bucks, you know, and I would sell them for like $225 because they were going retail for like $330 per 1,000.
You were making bank.
And I was getting 50 cal for $1.50 a piece, you know? And so come twice a year, it was a huge, you know, cha-ching for me. You know, cause I'd go buy, you know, 10 grand worth of ammo, and I got mine for free and made a shitload of cash, and everybody got hooked up super cheap, you know? You know, and I would make those purchases on my card, you know, most of the time, so I could get you know, the rewards out of it and stuff, you know.
That's awesome, Sean. I got a question for you. Back to your records, your vinyl records, right?
Yeah.
Was it difficult to let that collection go?
It was, dude. It really was, because I put so much time into that. It's been such a big part of my life. I mean, you know, I remember, you know, when I was a kid, my grandpa had this big old console, Magnavox record cabinet that had like records in it, and the top slide open, it had a radio and a record player and shit. I can remember, you know, playing storybook records, and I can remember putting like, you know, John Philip Sousa records on and marching around the house and shit, you know.
Damn right.
You know, listening to like, you know, like old Dave Garner and Jonathan Winters and Bob Newhart comedy albums and shit like that. So I got into records, you know, like really, really young. And well, thanks, man. Yeah, that's where my, you know, part of it. wait till I get ready. I'm getting ready to put out a new one because I just got through doing the Death Star Studio. So I got a whole new lineup coming up in a video with that to show you what everything's got going on. But it was, Tan. It was very difficult, you know.
Yeah,
A lot of those records were very sentimental to me. Some of them were gifts from grandparents and stuff. Like I still have my very first record that my grandmother Terry, my father's mother, bought me at a Kmart in Independence, Missouri.
You still have it?
In the early 70s, and it's a 45, and it's Glenn Campbell's Rhinestone Cowboy.
Ah,
That was my very first record. I still got it. Yeah.
very cool. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you have any records that you just couldn't let go of? So you kept a good bit of it?
There's a few. There's one that was my grandfather's that was a record that got put out that was a recording of the moon landing.
Yeah.
And he wrote notes on the back of it and stuff about the timeline and all that stuff. I've still got that one.
Yeah.
I still got hey, Enrique. Oh, Enrique's out of town. Enrique.
Yeah. How you doing, Enrique?
He must be
2250.
He's traveling. And anyway, so I got that.
You kept a little bit of your record collection.
I still got my first press because I'm a huge Pink Floyd guy, man. I mean, there's my Pink Floyd.
Check that
Pink
out.
Floyd tat. So it's got, you know, The Wall and Division Bell and Dark Side of the Moon all rolled into one tattoo. Yeah.
Look at that.
But so anyway, I've still got my first press, Dark Side of the Moon.
Good.
Mint condition. I mean, it's near mint because I've played it quite a bit, but it's got all the posters, all the stickers, everything that came with it, jackets in perfect shape, vinyls in perfect shape.
Damn.
I'll never let that one go.
Yeah, don't let those go. Come on now.
Oh man, no. You know, there was a lot of stuff that I was just crying because, you know, the condition that I had most of it in was just insane. And, you know, I'd never be able to buy it like that again. But that was just, you know, that's a phase in life. You know what I mean? It was just kind of one of those deals where it was just kind of like, well, it's, you know, it's time to do something else. You know what I mean? And,
you know, our stores are not too far apart, Sean, because before I got into cigars, I was heavy into another collectible. A little embarrassed to say, but it's all good. Let's see what Iron says here. Tell bitchy non-smokers, do you know how many lies you say because I smoke cigars?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So before I got into cigars, COVID hit, right? 2001, 2020. We were at home and I told my kids, you know, I have young kids. What do you guys want to do? Let's start a YouTube channel, right? And I ended up starting a Pokemon channel.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
that's pretty huge.
My kids were so into Pokemon, and I knew nothing. Fabian, out of Chicago, how you doing, Fabian? That's the Perfect Draw mechanic.
Nice
welcome
to meet
to the
you,
channel,
Fabian.
buddy. I started a YouTube channel. My kids, we would do unpacking and unboxings on the channel. That's why my channel is basically unboxing, because what we did was mainly unpack Pokemon. And so, you know, in the beginning, for some reason during Pokemon, you know, the whole Logan Paul thing and spending $100,000 on one Pokemon card, I got into that at a really terrible time, because I got into it when that happened, and then that's how it began my hunting career, ability to hunt rare and hard to find sealed Pokemons. Yeah. So then now I'm sitting on, like, you know, those yellow and black bins you get at Home Depot.
Yeah. Yep.
I've got 11 bins full of Pokemon from 5 years ago.
Damn.
So a part of me, that's what I was asking, was it tough to let go? Because I left some in my bedroom. I mean, it's still sitting there because I couldn't fit them all in my I couldn't fit them all into those bins because I just didn't buy enough. And I did a what do you call that? An assessment on the value of those cards.
Yeah.
$17,000 right now.
Wow.
And that's just stuff that's not in my bins yet. That's just stuff that's sitting in my
Dude.
bedroom.
Yeah.
I got 11 more bins somewhere that I need to pull down and then get ready for my kids because my oldest is about to go to college soon.
Wow. Well, that's when you hit gold in pay dirt like that with something that you're into, I mean, that's just money in the bank. They're just going to get more valuable. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. Like right now, on like I would see on my social media because I still kind of look at when I see Pokemon stuff. I'll just okay, let me check it out. Right, I'll look at it and then the craze of today, which is like almost a 5-year cycle. I've noticed, right? Because after I got out of it, the value just dipped, but now it's going back up. So it's kind of insane.
Iron Eddie says he can relate to the music aspect. He says his mother, God rest her soul, sorry about your mom, was the first female in country music to sell over 1 million records back in 1953. She was a member of the Grand Ole Opry for 60 years. Well, that's amazing, man. So you've been around music your whole life, and probably in a way that some of us can only ever dream about, but that's really cool. You can name drop who your mom's was if you want. Because
you're in the same place.
I might have heard of her if she sold 1 million records. The Gambler, yeah, I remember The Gambler.
That's a nice record. Yep.
Yeah, and we do that here a lot, dude. Like I've had some shows where we went back to, I was talking about shit that was stuck in my head from commercials growing up and cartoons that we watched and toys and games and shit that we used to play with and everything. We do that a lot on this channel.
That's awesome. Sure. Yeah, for sure. It's getting a little hot back here, just saying. You can see.
Hey, Cigar Butler, what's up, my man? Glad you could make it.
The Cigar Butler. Is that the Cigar Butler? Is that Marcus?
Yeah, I think so.
Marcus the man. If you're listening, Marcus, you're the fucking man, bro. He's coming to Extravaganza, Sean.
Yeah, he's got his channel getting ready to go. I subbed to his channel, and he's got a good thing going on, man. Marcus, you keep doing what you're doing, brother, and sky's the limit. So
I can't wait to meet you, Marcus, at Extravaganza. He told me that it's. Boy, you better not be late for that flight. Is it Thursday morning, Marcus? You better not miss that damn flight. What's that? K. Roy, Tan, use me as your trash bag for the cigars you don't want. I don't know what your first name is, K. So I just call you K. Roy. K. Roy comments a lot of stuff on my channel, and a lot of folks been sending me stuff in that, you guys, I'm a very slow smoker. I smoke like 4 a week, so it's gonna take me forever to get through some of these cigars.
Oh, dude, me too. That's why I've kind of I started a new segment on the channel that's just called "Let's Get Smoking."
Yeah,
and I'm just gonna start freaking smoking stuff that I got. I bought enough shit. I got enough cigars. I want to start, and a lot of them. I'm going back to the ones that I've originally bought that have been in my humidors for maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and going to get that stuff all going. Gene Shepherd, okay.
So I don't.
Well, that's killer, dude. That's really.
I wasn't
killer.
Around in the 50s. Sorry, I have no idea who that is.
Hey, Ray. So it's Ray from Ray Cigar Lounge. You know who Ray is?
I know there's another cigar lounge in Connecticut. Is that the same Ray Cigar Lounge or no?
No, this is his channel, and
okay.
He does a live stream on Saturday nights. In fact, tomorrow. So Ray just hit 500 subscribers not too long ago. So congratulations to Ray and
Congrats, Ray.
Hawkeye, his cohort. And I'm getting ready to go on. Ray's doing, so this is cool as shit. So Ray hit 500 subscribers. So he's doing a live stream show tomorrow called the Raytona 500.
The Raytona 500. I love it.
Yeah, and it's going to be a 12-hour live stream.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so we're doing it from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow. And it just gonna try to do it, try to make it, have a good time. Ray's got a bunch of giveaways that he's going to be doing. I got a bunch of giveaways I'm going to be doing on the thing. And
congratulations,
we'll be on there all day. So if you guys get an opportunity to come hang out with us for a little bit, that'd be really cool. But good to have you here tonight, and I'm looking so forward to coming out and hanging out with you tomorrow, Ray, for sure.
I remember when I hit my 500. That's when I did my giveaway to push me to 1,000. So yeah, I remember my 500. Man, congratulations! You're gonna be 1,000 just around the corner, my man. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm getting close. I think I'm almost like 370, and I'm just a little over a year with the channel.
Yeah.
And but I do giveaways all the time. I send out a lot of cigar bombs, man. Just because I love people and I love sharing cigars that I found that's like, holy shit, these are good. And I've got a lot of people sent me some great sticks. Marvin and I trade back a lot. I've sent Ray some stuff and Gun some stuff, and Bobby and Manny, just about everybody in here on my group. We've all sent some stuff back and forth together, and it's pretty cool. In fact, I've in my new studio, I've got my mail room all set up and shit. I've got a commercial mail account, so I don't have to truck to the frickin' post office no more. I can just, hey, I got to pick up. And so we got a deal here in Kansas City. There's a local dairy that's called Chateau Dairy.
Dairy.
Local farm. And dude, they do the old style milk truck shit. So I've got a milk box, a metal insulated milk box out on my front porch that I order.
No
milk.
way.
Yeah, they bring me like milk and cheese, and their butter is like the best freaking butter ever. And
that stuff you see on TV, that don't happen around my part of the woods.
But like, so when I got a bunch of bombs and shit going out or stuff that won't fit in my mailbox, I just put it in that milk crate, that milk box, and just say, hey, it's in the milk box, and my mail lady already knows, and she comes and grabs it.
Very cool. I bite man. I bit man.
You bet. You bet. You bet. I bet, man. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out for sure. I'll sit in my chair out there, and I'll just tell Alexa to play her, and she'll probably pull up a nice little playlist, and I can light something up and experience your moms. That'd be cool.
Experience your moms. Anyway, sorry. Mine went right to the gutter, buddy. Sorry about that. Hey there, Ray.
Hey, we boys, we boys. Well,
that's okay.
I'm the first million seller. Only one of 11 house owns had a record. Yeah. Record player. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Like I said, that my grandma and grandpa's back then was a freaking piece of furniture, a big old Magna box that was all wood and shit, and just like a cabinet. It was a piece of furniture. Got a lot of congratulations.
Congrats, Ray. Yep. 500 is a big deal, man. You're halfway there to being monetized.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Cash, what's up, my brother? So this is my buddy that lives in Missouri. We met on Marvin's Rise and Grind channel, and I actually had to go down there for work, and him and I hooked up together, and he turned me on to a local down there called the Vineyard Market. And I've actually been able to snake some Opus out of this joint that he brought me to. So
very cool, yeah.
But Mr. Cash is working tonight. But are you working? But yeah, he's a great guy, and we've had a lot of good times together. And in fact, for work, this is how great of a guy he is. So we've got some houses down there. in Springfield, and we were getting ready to do some stuff. And I had this one house that I needed to replace all the vanities in and shit.
Right.
And of course, I couldn't get any of the gals that work in the house down there to work a tape measure for me. So I reached out to Ron and I was like, hey, bro, would you do me a huge solid? Can you go by and just measure these vanities for me in this one house? And he had just got out of shoulder surgery. Dude had shoulder surgery, was off on, short-term disability or whatever. And, didn't know me except from, being on Rise and Grind show together and stuff. And he went down there and measured those up, took pictures of them, sent them to me. And I was just like, dude, you just saved me, because I would have had to drive down there, and it's about a 3-hour drive, and measure that stuff and drive back the same day. It would have been a pain. So he saved me from that. So I threw together like a 12 cigar bomb to send to him as a thank you.
That's
for doing
awesome.
that for me.
Mr. Cash, shout out, buddy.
I was like, man, the next time I come down, we're hooking up. And boy, we did. And we just had an amazing time, And
that's awesome.
Turned him on to some really good cigars. I got him into the Carrillo Purples and, some other stuff. And in fact, I took the first cigar that I smoked with him that I brought with him was a Opus Oro Oscuro.
Oh, okay.
And I took a couple of those down there with me, and the first time we got together, smoked an Opus together. So that was pretty cool.
She's definitely old school.
Well, and Iron Eddie, I like the older country, bro. I mean, I came up, in the 70s and 80s, and that was music to me. You know what I mean? The musicianship and the songwriting and everything that goes along with that. You know what I mean? That's Tan and I were kind of talking about tech earlier before the show, and it's like tech has kind of ruined the music industry a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there's still some artists out there who are keeping it real and doing their thing, but not like that. For sure.
Wigwag, 1,000 subs, but need watch hours. Yeah, buddy, that's 4,000 watch hours. That's what you need. I think one of the thing that helped me hit that 4,000 watch hours was I just made longer episodes. I was like, all right, I need at least 15, 30 minutes. Now, one thing I did for my channel, and I'm not sure what Wigwag Workshop sounds like a woodworking type channel, was I started doing my humidor tours, and I started doing like my collection update, and them things are like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
and those are my most watched episodes. So yeah, that's
so Wigwag is real heavy into model trains.
Okay,
in the train community. So that's his channel's got a lot of that content, but he does a lot of cigar stuff now too.
Very cool.
And well, I'll tell you what's gotten my watch hours up is this.
Yeah, the lives. So the lives count as
lives count towards watch hours. So
what have I been doing? I have not been doing that.
You need to do it, bro. I'm telling you. In fact, this is funny. It's like, to babysit my puppy Wilson that is home all day while Mama and I are out working and stuff.
Yeah.
I take Brenda's YouTube account and just put it on a playlist on mine, and and leave it on the TV to babysit him, and just let that son bitch roll. And then I'll do the same thing with my sons down here. So I got both TVs cranking out hours all day long, every day. Trying to get it, just doing whatever I can, so that when I do hit my 500, that I'll be up.
I'm embarrassed to admit this, but my kids are still young, so before they go to bed, they bring all their iPads into my bedroom. So I would create these playlists on their iPad, and it would just be all my episodes, and I just hit play, turn the volume down, and just leave it on my my dresser, and it would just run all night.
Yeah, hey, whatever you got to do, you know what I mean?
4,000 watch hours is a lot of hours. You got to get that
you know,
in,
if they're going to stack the deck against us, we got to do whatever we can to hit that. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, Tan. I do this because I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love to be different, and I love doing shit that nobody else is doing. You know, and like a lot of my graphics and a lot of
You're not doing it for the YouTube money, Sean? I mean, the tons and tons and tons of YouTube money that's out there. That's no
whatever.
Money
Yeah, I do this for me because I enjoy it. I enjoy the filming. I enjoy the creativity of it, and I love editing. I freaking love Premiere Pro, man.
You're like the only one I know that loves editing. I swear to God, I hate editing so much. As a matter of fact,
and I'm good at it, dude. I'm really good at it. You know?
Yeah. I've seen your stuff, all your pre-show and post-show and all.
And that's all me. I've done all that stuff with like After Effects, and you know, I will say, since you know AI has come into the picture, my graphics and stuff, you know, I've got a helper now. Thank God for that. Yeah, and I don't mind, but you know, a lot of that stuff, like my background right now, that's the collaboration of you and me. That's one of your pictures of you, of Carlito, and then that's my opuses and all that shit. And I did that in Photoshop. Yeah,
I recognized that picture. I was like, hey, that was when Carlito came down to New Orleans. I recognize that photo.
That was a great photo, and I was like, I got to use that for the thumbnail. You know. And,
so sadly, real quick, Sean, my cigar went out, and I got to relight it, which sucks because I was building such a nice ash.
Oh man, I just relit mine.
Yeah, I got to relight mine.
I just had to touch mine up too.
Yep.
I got my secondary band I just pulled off a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you tell us how you got into Opus?
Yeah, kind
of. I don't remember if you did, like, before our show, pre-show.
So let me get caught up in the chat here real quick.
Yeah, let's do that. Yep.
Iron Eddie says he's a former headbanger.
Headbanger.
Right on. Yep. Dude, I love me like some Lamb of God, and I love me like some Hank the Third. And you know, some shit that you wouldn't think I would actually listen to, you know.
So real quick before you move off of the headbanger thing, right? I've never been to. I went to a couple of raves when I was a teenager, so it's not really headbanging, but a lot of the rave music today has music that's just hits really hard. And so for my my wife and I, we went to our first rave in 20 years in Las Vegas. Wow. And we were at EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And man, it was so much fun that we booked tickets for next year already. And so we weren't technically headbanging, but boy, that was a lot of like music that made you want to bang your head, bro. It was so much fun. So anyway,
well, speaking of a Opus X show, I used to go to some raves to hunt the X, you know, and would fucking trip my ass off and fucking just dance around all night long. We used to go to these raves, dude, that they, you know, everybody was.
You were a raver.
Like a real MDMA. I mean, like the original shit that came out of Texas, you know, the good stuff.
Yeah, you call them X.
We would go to these parties, and you know, there's all this black light shit. And dude, they used to have like troughs with cut pieces of watermelon in them, and as you're sweating all that shit out while you're dancing all fucking night, you go over munch all on night. Watermelon and all kinds of shit, you know. So,
you were a raver? You were popping X back then?
Well, I'm an old Deadhead, dude. I used to follow the Grateful Dead around, you know, fucking done tons of acid and ate fuck tons of mushrooms and
never did acid
and all that shit. Yeah, I fucking but I love me some X there for a while. It was good shit. But
well, let's just say
awesome.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and we're we tried tamale and for one night, and because EDC is 3 nights, right? So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
We flew in Friday, and we're like, we're gonna go at least for one night, and because we want ravers. Our friends were big ravers. We want ravers, and so I told my wife, like, you know what? Because we're flying out Sunday, so we know for sure we're not going to the. Oh, there it is. The band's gone.
Dude, they always come right off.
Yep. So we decided to move the night that we go to Friday instead of the Saturday, right, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
So we flew in. We went to our first rave Friday night, and then my wife and I had so much fun. We decided to go Saturday night.
Cool.
So we got 2 nights of EDC in, and then we flew out Sunday evening. On the way home, we were live streaming on YouTube the sets that we were missing. Our friends were there, so it was just we're just having big FOMO. So when they announced and released tickets for 2027, my wife and I, we just bought it. Yeah, we just did it. So screw it.
That's
if you guys are going to EDC, look me up 2027.
Nice.
So
Johnny was talking about he's terrible at Premiere Pro. Everything is like a treasure hunt. Well, let me share a little something with you. So
I'll be learning something right now too.
As a content creator and everything, man, go buy you one of these. It's a loop deck. It's a fucking editing deck. I don't have to touch a mouse. I don't have to fucking touch a keyboard. I can program all this shit to do whatever the fuck I want to do with it. And I can lickety split pop out some fucking video with this thing like there's no tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Well worth the money if you're going to be doing a lot of the shit like that in Premiere.
Yeah.
And it's got it's got a deal for Final Cut and all that stuff too. I'm on
CapCut right now. I mean, I don't know if that's any good or not, but it's been a lot better than the one I was using before. So Maker Pro photo editing. Okay.
Right on. Yeah, I just use Premiere. I love it. There's so much stuff you can do with it, and you can create so many other effects and shit with it, and it's just, oh my God, dude. I've just been able to create some amazing stuff and, just pull a rabbit out of my hat with that thing, and
I'm gonna text my wife. I need some more. I need some more liquid here.
There you go. Yeah, I still got my coffee, and then I brought me some water too. I like to rinse my palate off a little bit every now and again.
Yeah, that's what I need. Just kind of a cleanser, right?
Yep, some David Allen Co. Nice.
Sorry for the texting real quick, but
oh, you're fine.
It's better than me standing up walking away.
Caught up in the chat here a little bit, anyway. The chicks were hot, right on.
That's true. Byron, Johnny at Pat Garrett.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I love. In fact, I've been trying to get together, with some of these other guys and have like, a YouTuber, cigar event to where we can all just kind of come and meet each other in person and actually, enjoy each other's company live.
Yeah, count me in if just give me a heads up and I'll clear the schedule.
You're blind in one eye. You can't hear out of the other. Well, that's literally my deal too. I'm pretty much almost completely blind in this eye, and it's diabetes, and I've got permanent optic nerve damage in this eye. So like I've got peripheral vision like over here and stuff, but all this inner ocular cavity right here, it's like, when you rub your eyes really hard and you open them up and there's all these black and green pixels just everywhere. That's what this shit looks like all the time.
All the time? Jesus
all
Christ.
The time. And then I had to have some laser work done on this eye.
Yeah.
And because with diabetes, it's like your retina tries to grow more blood vessels than it needs. Yeah. And I was hemorrhaging a lot. my eye would fill up full of blood, and then I couldn't see at all.
No way.
And so I went and got this laser stuff done. And then shortly after that, the vitreous, which is the fluid in the middle of my eye, detached from the retina and it rolled up. And where it broke away, where they did all that laser work, dude, it was like I had a freaking Harry Potter Dementor floating in my eye all the time.
No way.
So I was almost blind in this one and had a Dementor in this one. So I had to go in and get what's called vitrectomy, where they go in and suck all that fluid out, the gel, the vitreous, and then they put fluid back in it. Right. And thank God that worked. I can see really good out of this eye. And so I can kind of see a lot better than I used to, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, thank goodness. Holy smokes.
Right on.
I'll look into it, Sean. Yeah, you see the watch hours go up when you run the you know.
Oh, hell yeah, for sure. You know, do whatever you can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They just so Wigwag just had a big meetup with all his train buddies.
That's cool.
They all got together and did that. You know, that's kind of exactly what I was talking about wanting to do at some point. But
where are you located? I am in New Orleans, Louisiana, buddy.
Nice. So hell,
Down
PCA
south.
was in your backyard. You didn't even have to travel.
That's for 2 years. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of sad that it's gonna go back to Vegas. Although Vegas, I enjoy Vegas. But yeah, I have to figure out how to get into it next year. I'm sure I'll be able to get into it. I just gotta figure out how.
Yeah.
Thanks, babe. Oh, the wifey sent me some drinks.
Yeah, dude. So he says, sorry to hear that. Yeah, when I shoot my pistol nowadays, I have to really take my time and rely on eyesight. So I'm left eye dominant, you know what I mean? So I've always offset and shot left eye pistol.
Same here.
But I can't shoot. I'm right-handed, so I can't shoot left eye or, you know, rifle. It's just too screwy for me. I had to learn how to shoot rifle left-handed. Right. You know, so I actually had a good eye that I could peek down the sights with, you know.
Yeah. I'm left-handed, so if I do, it would be in my left hand. Left eye right here. Yeah, definitely. Aaron Dale, do you use a dot? Aaron Eddie.
Probably like a red dot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Springfield. Yeah. Yeah, I love my guns, man.
So Sean, what is your rarest opus you have in your collection, buddy?
My rarest opus that I have in my collection.
It could be anything, meaning what's your rarest?
I have one of the original 2020 Dubais.
The original 2020 Dubais?
This one.
Do you? Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This was talking about relationships. Okay. So that was a gift that was given to me by my girl Cassie out at the cigar room in Lee Summit. You know, the one that I frequent a lot, go into her lounge a lot. I've given her a shit ton of cigars. I've turned her on to Lamperts. I've turned her on to Ferio Tegos. I've turned her on to Definitions. I give her cigars all the time. In fact, I gave her some opuses too, you know, but she's got a shit ton of them. So I go in her shop one day and she's like, hey, I got something for you. And I'm like, what? You know, because I'm always talking opus with her and she knows I'm an opus guy. And and she just has a little bag and she's like, here, I want you to have this. And I said, a Dubai? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, this is the original. And here's the other cigar that she gave me that, hang on a second. Let me go grab this other one. Now, it's not an opus, but this is another gift from her that's an original. I got to show you this one.
Okay. Cassie, is she a
She
she's a shop
owns
owner, right? Okay.
she owns a cigar shop here locally, and
Okay.
we've become quite good friends. And I'm always hooking her up with stuff, and I spend a shit ton of money in her shop. And I'm always pimping her shop, and I'm always commenting and sharing her stuff on her Facebook and this, that, and another.
Right.
And
While you're doing that, Cigar Fellowship says I plan on going to Pro Cigar this year. Man, you're gonna have a hell of a time, Mr. Fellowship. That Pro Cigars, I think, is in the tail end of February, I believe. Yeah, I think you'll be able to tour a bunch of the factories in DR, LFD, Fuente. I don't know the rest of the. I don't know who else is part of Pro Cigars, but yeah, LFD, Lito Gomez, and Carlito are the major players in Pro Cigars. I think Davidoff too. Like remember
so
correctly.
she also gave me one of the original 2014 Amazon Basins
Damn.
as a gift.
Hell yeah.
And like I
Cassie.
said, that's why I'm always talking about building those relationships and doing that stuff. And hell, a lot of times I'll stop in there at lunch and just bullshit with her for a while and talk cigar shop.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
but yeah, she's always like hooking me up with good stuff. And like I said, that Fuente drop that she put out, oh my God, it was sick.
Hell yeah. Can I share a quick story with my Dubai experience? And it's
Oh,
very,
absolutely.
very, very recent. So a friend of mine, I've been good friends with him for, God rest his soul. He passed away recently. He lives in Dallas. He's a Dallas PD, and we became friends in the cigar groups on Facebook. And I got my first Dubai from him. So and I told him, we were like he's a night owl. He works the night shift, so in the evenings, sometimes we just talk cigars in our Facebook groups. And I was like, I've never had a Dubai. And he goes like, next time you're ever in Dallas, this is a year ago. Next time you're
Yeah.
ever in Dallas, come on over. I'll have a Dubai for you. Now at the time, you got to remember, Dubai's were probably going for like $100 on the market because you can't buy it here in America, right?
Yeah.
So before that release in America, it was way before that. And he sent me two Dubais. I think it's a Seoul and and an Arena. And we never got a chance to get together and smoke that Dubai together. I was trying to get to Dallas a couple of times, but we never connected. And when was this?
Hey, don't mean to cut you off. Eddie's popping out. He's got to go. Thanks for coming, Eddie. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Welcome
Eddie.
back anytime. We're always here on Friday nights, just chilling out, doing the same thing, just smoking and bullshitting, and really
Thanks for the
glad
sub.
that
Yep.
you could come, man. Sorry, go ahead.
So I was on a yeah, I was at Las Vegas at EDC, tripping my balls off, and I get a text from our group that my friend, his name is Josh, God rest his soul, just got into a plane accident, and it's really bad. And so I was like, I was on Molly, get the text, and I'm like, just like, oh my God, and it just hit me really hard.
Oh,
And
dude, I can imagine.
he didn't, he survived the accident, but I think his body gave up a week to 2 weeks after the incident. And so, luckily, a lot of loved ones got a chance to say their say their what's the word?
Goodbyes.
Yeah, say their goodbyes to him. And man, that's now when I think of Dubai's, I think of my friend Josh. And yeah, it's crazy. Like you said, it's friendship and it's relationships that you made along the way. I still have never met Josh, and he's one of the most like generous guys in the cigar industry that I've met. So, if you guys get a chance to say a prayer for Josh, he's up there looking down at us,
Amen.
watching us smoke these cigars right now. But yeah, that's my Dubai story.
Got to go pick up some Eagle Rare. Well, take it easy, Wags. Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you, Wag. Appreciate it, buddy.
I'm coming out. Mob, what's up?
What's going
How's
on?
it going, brother? Wow. Yeah, I was just enthralled. You know what I mean? Because I wanted one so bad, you know, and I found some, you know, online, and I was like, man, do I really want to spend that much money on one? Because I know that cigar is going to be like, you know, something that I'm going to have that for just a special moment with myself.
Have you smoked it yet? Not yet, huh?
Really, and really savored it and enjoyed it. You know what I mean? And you know, so plus,
well, Sean, you're gonna have to give me an address because I got a couple I can send your way.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, because you know, and it's kind of one of those deals as you know, as a collector, it's like once you smoke the only Dubai you have, you don't fucking have one no more.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
You know what I mean?
I don't smoke my last one of anything. So
yeah.
Yeah. So I have some Dubais I can send you away so you can smoke it. You don't have to wait for a super special event. You can save the one that she gave you because that's your first. Like Screws Me, that's the very first dime. I have an extra one for you. You can smoke that, and maybe we can smoke on our live together.
Dude, that would be awesome. That would be really, really cool.
And if any audience members have a Dubai,
you can get your live stream up and rolling and figure out something.
I gotta figure out how to do it.
I'll come be a guest on your show.
Yeah, I would love to do it.
I can help you, brother. It's not that bad. It takes a little bit of time to figure out how to work StreamYard, but it does all the work for you pretty much. So, you know, I'm gonna
tell you a funny story real quick. Hey, is it Mob or is it Mob? Mob 718. How you doing, Mob?
It's Mob.
Mob. Okay. So real quick, real funny story. If you watched my videos lately, I just finished the 25th anniversary collection, right?
Oh my God! Yeah, impressive.
So one of the gentlemen, Marcus Butler, if you're still watching, he sent me 3 of the Exodus Vitolas that came out last year. They go, oh hey Mike, that's my boy Mike. Real quick, come to Extravaganza, smoke it there with that's my homie.
That's a good idea because we were just talking about that, dude. We were literally welcome to the channel, man.
He's one of my guys that I'm working with. So with the 3 of us, we're gonna be you're gonna hear a lot more about him. But Mike likes to kind of hang out on the back of the scene. So I'm surprised he even messaged something. So what's going on, Mike? But anyway, yesterday, right? One of my friends hit me up and said, you need to smoke that Churchill out of the Exodus box. You know, Exodus, TOG, Tobacconist Agreement. Okay, so Marcus sends me 3 of those, and then another friend messaging me goes, you got to smoke that Churchill. I'm like, bro, that's the one I got. I can't. You know me, I'm not going to smoke my last one.
Yeah.
So another friend of mine messaged me. His name is Ian. If you saw my most recent Melcall video, he sent me another Churchill, and he said, bitch, you better smoke that. So then yesterday, it was just preemptive because it came in the mail. I did the video, and it's been sitting in my humidor for a few days. And Ian, his name is Ian, he texts me and goes, we're smoking that today. I was like, all right. So I set everything up. I did a whole Google Meet thing. I recorded it on OBS, and we recorded 2 hours of us just smoking and just chopping it up like what we're doing right now.
Nice.
And then when we finished the edit, finished the show, I went back and watched the video. The software only recorded his audio and didn't record my audio.
Oh, dude.
Brother, I was so upset. We had 2 hours of amazing content, and you can only hear Ian talk. You can't even hear me talk.
Oh,
so anyway, I gotta figure out how to like maybe splice it up or something to maybe utilize some of the content on there.
Yeah, you would have to like cut it into segments and do voiceovers. You know
yeah, I mean? It's so much work with that too.
That would take a long time. Okay, so sorry, it is Mob. I don't. Why does Marvin always call you Mob, or does he? I don't know. Anyway,
Mob.
It is It is Mob. Good guy.
Welcome, Mob. So yeah, that's my shitty setup story. That's why I've never done a live, you know.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I like it, and I just put together. So I've got a mobile studio now. So I bought a full setup. In fact, you can check out one of my videos that I did. I did my first mobile live stream. So I actually didn't have to use green screen. I had Kansas City's Union Station in the background. I was sitting out there next to the fountain out in the park and just set up all my shit. And I've got it to where my camera is wireless, so I can run around with my camera and go wherever I want to and stuff.
Oh, you're hooked up. You're totally set.
Yeah, dude. So I just got that done, so I can start doing remote lives. In fact, I'm on vacation next week, and I'm thinking about doing my live stream from my boat while I'm fishing.
No way, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit out on the boat and smoke some stogies and fish while I'm doing my live stream.
Enjoying
cool.
your life, buddy. I'm very happy to hear that. That is freaking amazing. There you go.
Thank you.
I've been creeping, you know me. Yeah, I'm surprised you even said something. Good to see you, Mike.
And we got Angelo Stevenson.
Yeah. They're very impressive. Just started my dude. The wallet's not gonna love you, but you're gonna love your smokes.
Speaking of fishing, you got the hook in you now, brother. You know?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so so let me I'll kind of go over this with you guys and kind of show you my Opus journey.
Yeah, there we go.
So I kind of so I just started out with hang on, let me get this comments here. Turn that on. So it was just like a perfection number 5, and then I think I got a perfection number 4.
Yeah.
And then smoked that, loved it. And then I went back in, and this was like my first little Opus haul. So I got a God's Whisper and a Forbidden X, Sensual, and Mi Amor. And so I was like, I smoked all 3 of those in one weekend. And then it was like, okay, let's get some more of that shit, you know?
It happens, man. When you smoke your first Opus, brother, you're going to go hunting for more.
Yeah. And then got that, took that thing out, and then I got to, experience that, smoking it outside, seeing what Opus and the construction's all about. I mean, look at the ash on that thing, man. I smoked that
is phenomenal, dude.
You know, and then after that, it was like I bought my first box because I love this 20th, and it was at God's Whisper. So I went out and bought a box of the 20th, and then I bought the ashtray to go with it. You know, real nice package. And then from there, it just kept going and going. You know, and I back in Christmas, I was lucky enough to find at a little cigar shop in Wichita, Kansas. I found the 25th anniversary humidor. You know, the one that the Salamones came in with the metal, the one you got, you know, that's so cool. You know, you pull it open and it pops it up for you, like, you know,
it presents it up to you. That's awesome.
Yeah, presents it to you. It's fucking brilliant, you know. But I got that humidor, and then, you know, I just started filling that thing up a little bit, and, you know, and then I would just. So this is that this is that haul that I got from Cassie's Opus drop.
Wow.
You know, I got both of the Legends. I got some more 25s. I got some of the Casas. I got a bunch of the Father and Sons. Got some more of that Magistral. I bought a box of those Magistral 13s, and I freaking love those cigars.
Those are great. I don't even smoke Maduro wrappers, but those are fantastic.
Man, that's a good cigar. Yeah. You know, got a couple of Don Carlos Sharks, and the
Viejos and Destinos
yeah,
Nacidos, yeah.
and so did that, and then it just got to the point where it was like I freaking just dude, I just had so much shit in that humidor that I was like, these cigars are going to start getting fucked up, So I need to do something. So I took everything out of there, pulled it all out,
Yeah.
and
beautiful.
So
look at that spread.
There's my Opus collection as it sits right now. And so I've kind of taken that back out of, that, and I've just keep,
I love it. Look at that.
The good ones in there, and then that's my Opus X box, and then this is I call this my Opus Extras, and this one goes in my electric humidor. Yeah,
when I was doing my my humidor collection, Widowbacks said something about because I said it, I didn't even think about it. It's my less rare Opus, and then he's like, "This guy, less rare Opus, this motherfucker."
I know, right? But it's just
funny.
That's just kind of the way that it goes. You get into it, and I remember when I first started smoking cigars, and was starting to watch videos and stuff, and seeing it, and I just saw that X, and I was like, it just drew me like a moth to a flame.
Isn't it a beautiful freaking band?
It is, and all the packaging and boxes is just there ain't anybody doing it any better.
Nobody, nobody. And it's just the funny thing, Sean, is with the Opus, there's only a handful of bands. They just rotate combinations of it, right? The main band, the secondary band, and sometimes the foot band, and sometimes the cedar.
Yeah,
it's simple. You'll recognize it anywhere you go. So I love the way they do it. They keep things consistent and simple. I love it.
Yeah, and just freaking, they just always smoke so good and so perfect. Never have any construction issues ever. And thank you, Mom. Yeah, I love it, man. It's just like I just freaking just can't believe it,
Yeah.
And just picking up those Fuente Legends.
Yeah.
Well, and there's another deal. So that was my girl Cassie, and she had that Fuente drop, and she pulled that baby out, and she's like, Sean, for you, she's like, I'm gonna let you have them for 20% off.
No.
Yeah. So I got. Opus? Yeah, I got both. I got the Fuente and the Padron Legend out of that box for 20% off on that drop. So I was like, okay, well, I got to buy it now.
Well, to be fair, those Legends are damn pricey, bro.
Oh, I know. I think I still paid like $150 a piece for them or something.
Because they're MSRP 175 a piece or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So it was like, yeah, man, I'll do that. And now I got some of those in there, and please send me a follow request so I can follow you guys and share them. That'd be cool. And something that I've been doing, like with guns. So like, I put my email out there, and like Guns will email me a picture of something that he's talking about right now in the chat, and I'll just load it into the StreamYard, and then I can share his pictures with everybody that's watching.
Very cool. Yeah. I need to learn how to do all that. Maybe my channel will finally blow up, but I'm having a great time doing what I'm doing now, and I appreciate you inviting me on here. This has been
absolutely, man. I'm so glad to have you, and it's always a fun time here on Friday nights, and we just have a ball, and just always a different vibe, and always a different conversation, and just mix of people. And yeah, they really are. In fact, that's my favorite. I got two other boxes that I really, really love. In fact, give me just a second, and I'm gonna go grab a couple of my favorites and show those to you right quick.
I got my money on it's an Opus box. Yeah, man. I got a chance to. I'll wait till you get back. Talk to the gentleman who designed those boxes.
Yeah,
That gentleman right here designed all those boxes.
Just the way they do everything, and you know, it's great when you actually say screw it and just go ahead and buy a box and just start tearing them up, you know. But this box is one of my favorites. So this is that new Magistral 13. It looks like a book.
Yep.
You know, it's like a giant book.
Yep.
You know, really pretty, you know, and just freaking amazing. And then, so that same store down in Wichita that I got that Opus humidor from, he had one of these left.
There it is. There it is.
So the Society. And dude, I've smoked almost this whole damn box. I've only got like 3 of them left.
Yeah. Yeah.
So pretty, so beautiful. You know, I just love this freaking thing. You know, and they're just sheen, and hell, you got to get like a microfiber cloth out and polish the some bitches like a piano. You know,
because your fingerprint's gonna be all over. Hey, I'm gonna show you a neat trick. Pull up that Magistral box.
Sure.
And grab one of the trays inside it out.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Now put up to the screen. You could take the plastic off of it. Take that plastic off of the box.
Oh, in the middle?
Yeah, pull it out. You won't hurt it. It's not glued down. Now, guess what? You just got yourself a sheeter tray.
I know, right?
And they got 2 of them in those boxes. So I use that in my humidor because I stack up my cigars.
And you don't
I'll just line
have to
them
buy any. You don't have to buy any. That's a great idea. Thank you. That's a great idea. You know,
you got 2 of them in there.
Yeah, and it's like you know, because I've got my I've got one of the New Air Boveda humidors, the 500 count. That's actually only more like a 280 count. You know, but, I've always kept all my stuff in Pelican cases because you know we talked about, you know, I grew up in photography and I was a photographer for years, and so I had all these camera cases and shit. And I'm like, well, fuck Tupperware. I got Pelican cases, man.
Absolutely. Yep. So you can stack those on
but
top
I always
of each
wanted
other.
to keep some wood in them. So I'd buy like those Spanish cedar Boveda holders to put in the lids and shit, or a tray. But that's, you know, that's shit I've already paid for. So that's a really good idea, man. In fact, those are going to go in my new one to hold some stuff, you know. So thank you for that.
So that box does that. The Sangre de Toro box, which is the one with the yellow footbands.
Yeah.
The Tributo, which is the 25th anniversary. They all have 2 trays in them. You could just lift that plastic tray out. You won't hurt the thing. It won't crack.
Okay.
It's not glued. It's not glued down. And you have built-in cedar trays. Now some people say, you know, drill some slots or put some holes in it so air can flow, which they can do that too. It's not hard to do.
I got a box of the El Tributos too.
Yep, there's 2 trays in there. You can turn those. You can use those cedar trays inside. Yep.
Yeah, and I just love, you know, when I get, and it's, you know, I used to do a lot of bourbon hunting, you know, before I really got into cigars, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And but I actually kind of had to make a change in my life, you know what I mean? Been drinking and partying really fucking hardcore for like 40 years, man, you know.
Damn.
And, you know, the shit started catching up with me. And so I was just like, well, fuck it. I gotta do something. So I quit drinking. In fact, I've actually been sober for 120 days for the first time in probably 10 fucking years, you know.
Congratulations.
And but that thrill of the hunt, you know, and you know, so the Opus is like that, you know what I mean? It's you know, going to places that you would never expect there to even be any Opus in there, and there lays something brilliant, you know, and you're like, fuck yeah, you know.
It's such a wonderful feeling to find Opus, man. I'm telling you. I mean, it's hard. You know, just talking to somebody who's not a Fuente lover, it won't make sense. So that's why, you know, it makes sense talking to another Fuente lover.
Thank you, man. You know, I'm just in the kiddie pool compared to you, brother. But you know, got to start somewhere, right? You know,
we all start somewhere, man. Cigar Butler's getting herself a nice collection that's coming along too, man.
Yeah, 100%, Ryan. You know, the best in the biz. You know, I've smoked some decent Cubans. You know, I've had you know, some like Bolivar, Belicosos Finos. I've had a Partagas Lusitania. I've had a Partagas Serie D number 4. I've had a Trinidad. I've had a couple Cohibas. I'll take the fucking Pepsi challenge with that Cuban shit all day long with the fucking Opus, man. You know what I mean?
If my friend Mike is still on, he's a big Cuban guy. We turned him on to Opus. He's trying to turn me into Cubans. So he's sending me, yeah, he's sending me some Cubans to try. I'm like, I don't know. You're gonna pull me away from Carlito Fuente. That's gonna be tough. But I mean, I'll smoke them and you know, I'll try it out.
Right on. Johnny says he's got one of each. Well, Johnny, when we get ready to do our, I'm going to have Johnny on the show. Maybe we can bust one of those out and smoke one of them together on the show. That would be pretty cool.
I'm like, Johnny, I only have a pair, so I don't know when I'm going to smoke that, if I ever will. If I get
well, that's kind of one of those deals where, like, once you smoke it, you don't have one anymore, you know?
That's a problem.
But it's like, fuck it. You know, it's like, you know, when I first started smoking, it was like, you know, oh, these are special occasion ones and shit. Well, fuck, I got a fuck ton of special occasion shit. Well, you know what's a special occasion for an old fucker like me is getting up on this side of the dirt every fucking day. You know what I mean? Yeah. And every day is the right occasion to bust out the good stuff. You know what I mean? Don't fuck it, smoke it. That's what it's there for. You know, and it was kind of one of those deals where, you know, when I first started getting into smoking cigars, it was like, oh my God, if I don't get this now, I'll never have it. Yep. And then shit, you know, you're into it a couple of years and it's like, fuck, I see this shit every year. You know what I mean? Or whatever. They're out there. They're available. You know,
you gotta work hard to find it though. They're not easy to find. You do have to work hard to find it.
And not pay a shit ton of money for them. That's the trick.
Not overpay. Yeah, anybody can overpay.
Don't do no secondary market shit. Don't do no stuff where you're on these websites that are gouging you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you'll find them. And the other thing is like you're gonna meet people. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, you know, I love to trade cigars. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I'll send out a cigar bomb. You send me something, you know, equivalent back or whatever, you know, something that you really like. Yeah. You know, and that's done me quite well, you know.
Mr. Marcus Butler.
Terry Jeffries, what's up, man?
Terry's on my channel sometimes. He drops the comments. Yeah, he's never tried an Opus ever.
Man.
Oh man. We get, you know, we're gonna have to fix that.
Any of the Fuentes?
I know. Start with a Chateau, brother, or a Hemingway. You can find those anywhere, but you got to get started somewhere.
Terry, how long have you been smoking cigars, man?
Yeah, Terry just started getting to commenting on my channel too, so it's good to see you, Terry. Yep, start with the A58. That's a good one.
Yeah.
See you later, Angelo.
Thanks for coming. Really appreciate you. I'm on vacation for 9 days, so I'm on the precipice of some killer fucking stogies and some good times, man.
Can't wait to check out your Instagram. Make sure you tag me when you post an Opus.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Guns and Water. I want to let you know, I love Opus, but my favorite cigar is the Don Carlos Personal Reserve. Hands down, over any Opus. I'll smoke a Don Carlos Personal Reserve down to the nub. It's that damn good.
That is a great cigar. I love those, and I love the Don Carlos Sharks.
Yep, they're fantastic.
Then, I just got a box. I haven't even opened it yet of the Sangre de Toros.
Sangre de Toro. Yep.
And that's a beautiful box. Got the big bowl on it with the, oh my God, I can't wait to get into those. Those are going to be amazing, you know.
Yep.
Man, I'm getting really behind on the chat here. Let me catch up a little bit.
Let's catch up a little bit here.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that 25th humidor, man. I paid like $500 for that some bitch, and that was my Christmas present to myself last year. You know.
Yep. Another short story. There you go. We'll learn that from Tan's video. Oh, which one? The seated trays? Probably, yeah. That could be it. I don't Opus money. One day I will. Look, here's the part I'm gonna tell you. A perfection. I mean, just a regular number 4 Opus. It's like if you can find an MSRP, that's like $18. Opus. Carlito always said Opus should never be reserved for the wealthy. He's always priced it where
Johnny.
Make it as affordable as possible, so you can find Opus under $20. Unfortunately,
it is a rabbit hole, man. You know, hey, you got to spend your money on something, man. Shit, if it makes you happy, you know. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad.
Go for it.
Little Sheryl Crow. I sound more like an old crow than a Sheryl Crow, but
but yeah, you can find great core line Opus for like $20. You got it,
thanks,
but you got to find it. I got my 25 in a head shop. There you go.
Nice.
25th. Yep.
Head shop, huh? Working on talking points. Well, I tell you what, man, because there's a lot of people in here. Let's do this. I always like to do a giveaway. Okay.
Oh, check that out.
And we got a ton of people in here. I usually just, you know, sometimes I'll have like, you know, 6-8 people in here. So everybody put hashtag Opus Rocks. Okay. And I'm going to take every name in that, and then I'm going to put it in my randomizer, and we're going to spin that sumbitch for a giveaway here. So everybody put in hashtag Opus Rocks, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. And whenever I do a giveaway, it's not always just one cigar. It's always a little bomb of something of goodies that I love. So put that in there in the comments, and I'll start loading that up, and then I'll put it on screen and we'll spin her.
That is freaking awesome. Can we do
the Opus that I'm going to give out? I think befitting of this show, and I've got quite a few of them because I bought a box, is I'm going to give somebody one of the El Tributo 25th anniversary Churchills. So that's a hefty stick, man.
That's a hell of a giveaway.
I smoked one of those on one of my shows, and dude, that sumbitch burned for 3 hours. I mean, I smoked one cigar the whole show, you know?
Hell yeah. Yep.
All right, so let me start loading this up. Okay, so while I'm doing that, Tan, why don't you kind of tell everybody how your channel's going, what your vision for the future is with the channel, and some of the, you know, things that you're wanting to do or start doing or whatever, and just kind of tell us a little bit about you know, your love of your own channel, you know.
So thank you for asking, Sean. So I started off with just doing unboxing. I was never really good at doing reviews, and my reviews are going to be basically 3 minutes, because after I finish smoking, it's going to be I like it, I don't like it, or it's pass, right? So I never did that, and so I stuck to kind of just sharing information and sharing my hunt for some rare Opus, because like some of you guys, where I live, you can't really get Opus either, and you know, the excise tax is 20% in Louisiana, so I'm always going to pay more locally than finding it elsewhere. So that's how I kind of just evolved my channel to just really eye candy for anybody who wants to see Opus. Um, but I am pivoting because
Hey, Jim. What's up, brother?
There it is. So
Jim's
I've
been
been
putting out some great shorts, man. He's
yeah,
probably the king of shorts. I tell you, I've been
Jim
enjoying it, Jim.
Jim Bodog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, with Mike on the channel, if he's still here, I'm getting into kind of providing cigar accessories to the audience. Now, I've been using a lot of different accessories, and I've been enjoying just the different types of accessories that are out there. And basically, I'm gonna have a channel and a website, and I'll be doing some giveaways on my channel, and just hunting and trying to find like really good accessories, right?
Oh,
Something that's
right on.
different, something that's a little different, and I try to, what I'll do is I'll bring in, like, let's say a cutter that I'm using and I really like it. I'll bring in like 30 or 40 of these, and
Yeah.
anybody who buys one, I will be doing a giveaway for. We'll pick a winner, and it'll be Fuente related as all the giveaways are. And some of those of you guys have been following my channel. I've been doing Rolando Ray cigars, and he's gonna give me some stuff to give away my channel too. So
Sweet.
yeah. If I find some accessories that I really like, I'll share it with you guys. And anybody who purchases an accessory on the website will be entered into a giveaway. Now, there's a lot of back end stuff that I'm working on to get it up and going. But I'm looking forward to doing it, and I'm looking forward to be giving away some sweet Opus or at least Fuente products. And yeah, that's the pivot that we're making from eye candy to just searching out some amazing accessories that's in the market. I've seen some really cool stuff. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, but if I can share with our audience and get them some cool accessories, some cool cutters, some cool lighters, some amazing ashtrays that I've seen, some cool travel cases, anything that I will use on the daily, it's going to be something I will feature on the website. So that's going to be something that's
Sweet.
coming. So yeah, look
That's
out
really
for that.
exciting, dude. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got 10 people, and I know Johnny said he was going to bow out because he won last week. And
Yeah, don't put me in there. I was just playing around. He's going through that list. Well, I hope you guys put in your hashtag Opus Rocks, right?
I think I got everybody. Yeah, so we got nine. We got 9 in there now. So let me pull this
Good
up real
luck.
quick.
Good luck. The Tributo is fantastic, man. That's a totally different blend from the 20th anniversary. But I think the 25th has just a little bit more of a kick to it.
Yeah, it does.
A little bit more bolder on the flavors. So for those who thinks that the 20th is too light, the 25th is amazing.
All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Terry. And I believe, if I'm correct, Terry was the one that said he's never even had an Arturo Fuente before. Am I right?
We didn't get the chance to see the spinning? No?
Oh, you didn't show it?
No, we didn't see it.
Oh, dude. My
well,
bad.
Terry won.
So Terry won the first one. What did I do? Did I not pop it up in there? Hold on.
Yeah, we didn't see it. Chat, I got your back, chat.
Oh, shit. My bad.
There it is.
Yeah. Terry was the winner.
Congratulations, Terry.
All right. So Terry, you said that you hadn't had any Fuentes. So I'm going to send you a Fuente bomb, and then we're going to do one more. and I'm going to send out a pack of my favorites, which is going to include some of the Chief of the Leaf cigars that I've recently gotten turned on to. Had Ken, the owner of Chief of the Leaf, that is making a couple of really good cigars. He's got a Habano and a Maduro, really, really good stuff. And I'll throw some of my favorite definitions and a couple other little goodies in there. So we're going to do 2 giveaways tonight, just so you guys can see the wheel here.
Don't delete it, okay? Because can I get in on this? Can I be?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in on this.
No. Not. Well, I mean, like, can we do a third spin for me? Meaning, I'll do a giveaway on your channel.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna put you in this one though, Tan.
Okay.
All right. Can you see it?
Yeah, we all see it. We're good.
Okay, there we go. So here's for the second giveaway, the old Fogies goodie bag.
Good luck, y'all. Jim.
Yeah, all right.
Taking it down. Which one is Jim?
Killer. Congratulations, man. All right. And then we got one more.
Yeah, take me out of there. No, keep Jim in there. Keep Jim in there.
I'm gonna put. Can I put me in this one?
Yes. You could be in this one. Yeah, take me out. Put Jim back in. Put Terry back in.
Put Jim and who else?
Terry.
And Terry. Yeah.
All right. This is gonna be a pair of baby sharks. Okay.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's very generous.
Yeah, awesome. We're going to do a pair of baby sharks. Now, make sure you message me on my email, tandamanchannel@gmail.com, okay? You can find me on my channel. You got to shoot me an email, and then we'll do a pair of baby sharks, and we'll send those out.
Right on.
Go ahead. Good luck, y'all.
Well, here we go for the third, man. Good luck, everybody. Mob. All right. Congratulations.
Baby sharks, we got a pair of Mob. Make sure you go to my channel, Tandamanstogies. Message me or email me on it's the Tandaman channel, and then we'll connect, and I'll send out a pair of baby sharks for you.
Congratulations to you guys, man. Yeah, and I'm gonna type mine in here right now. You can guys just reach out to me at oldfogiestogies@gmail.
Yeah, let me put mine in there too.
And that way, if you guys forget it, you can just come back into the show at 2 hours even, and you can pick up our emails. But reach out to us, and we'll get you guys some goodies out there, man.
Yeah, and if I get some accessories from my partner Mike, I might throw in some of the accessories that I'll be featuring on my site too. So.
Oh, that would be cool. Man,
congrats, Mob.
I'm still working on this 20th, man. Now, speaking of accessories, so let's have this conversation. So, when I first started smoking, of course, they steered me towards a torch lighter.
Yeah.
And, just a single flame torch, and, I burnt the shit out of half of the ends of some of my cigars, I
think we all have.
And in fact, this is the one that I bought. It's just a just a cheapy little single flame torch. Was my very first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it, and then I finally learned how to start using it, to start like drawing the orange instead of having it so close.
Yeah.
But I mostly use it now for like, when I light stuff up, I like to take this and just do a nice little trim.
Mm-hmm.
If it looks like it isn't quite perfect starting out, and I'll touch it up with that. But I've gone through shit ton, I've had the in fact, give me just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. Jimbo Dog. I think there was a comment earlier. You said something about you learning something that I did on my channel. Are you still here? Let me know what it was, because I don't have control over the chat. Maybe I do. Hold Hold on. I see the chat right here. Oh, I can scroll up. I gotta get StreamYard, man. Let's see. Yeah.
So then I went to like a triple flame lighter and all that shit, and because I'm such a Star Wars nerd way back in the back, and I'm smoking in the Death Star, man, I had to get the Hacksmith lightsaber lighter.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
So I got that bitch. That thing will light up a fucking 60 ring gauge in about 10 damn seconds.
Damn right it would. Mike, you see that? We might need a Death Star lightsaber like that too, Mike.
No doubt, right? It's cool. It does do the job, and then you can put little discs in it so you can make the flame red or green or blue.
Wow,
like a real lightsaber.
That's awesome. Yeah,
and they're not cheap, man. This fucker was like $110,
Damn,
but it's cool
sucker's huge.
Had to have it for the Death Star cigar bar.
Does the butane chamber, is it a big chamber, meaning you don't have to refill too often?
Yeah, you can load it up and just it'll run for a long time. You're like, how does that still have freaking fluid in it?
Yeah, tonight I had to bring 2 different lighters out just in case, I don't want to be a newbie and run back in and get me a lighter, Single torch flame. You got a lot of chat way up top that we missed out on.
Yeah, we got a lot of congratulations on the wins. And I'm really excited to send some stuff out to you guys, man. You know what I mean? I love sharing the cigars. I love, because I've gotten so much love. People just send me stuff and I get to try it. And it's like, wow, I never even knew this existed. Thank you. And you're welcome, man.
Yeah, you got him up. Sean, do you guys do like restroom breaks in the 3 hours you guys do your videos?
Go for it, brother.
Yeah, I need
go for it.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll see when you get back. Get caught up on the chat here a little bit. Man, I'm having a good time tonight, y'all. This has been so much fun. And I'm starting my vacation. Starting my vacation, bitch. Yeah, for sure, man. That's exactly what I use it for. Just touch it up, and it works really good for that, man. Had an Opus, did not know. Right on. I tell you, I'm hooked on them, man. I am a freaking, my name is Sean, and I am an Opus addict. In fact, I'm so addicted that I've got to stop buying the shit, and I need to get my 1 month coin for not buying Opus. See if I can go 1 month without fucking not buying one. You know what I mean? Right on. Yeah, and you never forget your first one, Yep, I got it. I've had it for a long time, man. In fact, there's a video on my channel, the Death Star lighter. You check it out when I first got it. Yeah, for sure, Mike. I've actually been working on some merch, because I've got my Old Fogies logo. I've got my Death Star cigar bar logo. Pull that chat down. Yeah, so I got the logo. I'm getting some shirts and some hats made with this. And this is Simon's got my shirt and my Old Fogey hat on. So I'm working on getting some of that stuff put together, for sure. Yeah. Mom, I'm not. I'm gonna do a staycation, bro. So this is kind of my plans because, like I said, I've really been working on getting the Death Star studio put together and doing some new humidor stuff. I got a great idea for a humidor that I think you guys are going to really like. So I got to work on finishing that up. I'm going to do some fishing. I haven't even had my boat out yet this year. In fact, next Friday, I might do my live show from the boat while I'm fishing. I think that's going to be the plan, and do that. Yeah, piss off the deck. Yeah, no shit, right? I got me a bathroom right there too. A full bathroom down here in the studio, so that's killer. I don't have to go too far. Man, that would be cool, dude. I would definitely love to add one of those to the selection, my man. Thank you, Johnny. Double Corona, right on. Oh yeah, dude. I've freaking, I have spent the damn money on the opuses. I probably got fucking $5,000 in my opus collection. You know, I tried to turn the charm on right now. Yeah, I think I will. As long as the weather's good. It's been raining here in Kansas City a lot, so as long as the weather's good, yeah, I think I'm gonna do my live stream next week from the boat, and maybe we can rip into some fucking big flatties, while I'm fucking smoking it up. Let's see if I got that. Yep, I got it, Jamie. Is it Jamie or Jaime? Is it Jaime? Jaime? Well, thank you, man. You're always welcome, for sure. I mean, I just have a lot of fun, dude. You know what I mean? I'm just an old fucking guy that just is really loves his fucking cigars, and I never meet a stranger. You know what I mean? I'll talk to anybody. And I've met some really awesome people. That's the great thing about this whole cigar community, man. Is it's just, I'll tell you what. I was talking about, collecting records. There is some fucking cutthroat shitbird motherfuckers that are in the record collecting industry, man. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers that won't even give you the time of day, or they won't like tell you like, hey, you can go get this record here, or you can do this, or you can do that. Nothing like what this community is, and I've really embraced it. It's just been so fucking great, and I've met so many awesome people because of this tobacco that we all love. Oh, you do, Terry? So where do you live down by the Ozarks, man? Tan's email again. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Go back up there. Let's see if I can find mine. And that's way up there. Hold on. I know he put it in there because I put mine in. Hang on, give me just a second so I can find Tan's email for you guys. Really loving the chat tonight, guys. Much love. Thank you all so much. Been such an awesome freaking show so far. Well, I don't see that he put it in there, but just it was right at 2 minutes. So if you come back and rewatch the live stream, it's right at the 2 minute mark as where he says what his email and stuff is, and you can ask him when he gets back. Brumley. Not sure where that is. So what are you close to? I'm not familiar with Brumley, Missouri. You notice how I said Missouri? Oh, I tell you, man, I just, in fact, I put one on there. I just had not too long ago. I had one of my best friends of my life, a veteran, PTSD sufferer, alcoholic, just took his life, and not too long ago. And man, I fucking poured myself into a bottle for about 2 weeks straight, and that was one of the deciding factors of me, just saying, hey, I gotta get my shit together. I'm too fucking old to be behaving like this. Okay, Grand Glaze. Okay. All right. I know where you're at now. So I spent a lot of time down at Hurricane Deck, down around Lori. And then I've got a little place on Truman down at Tally Bend, down around Lowry City and Osceola. In fact, it's right by Iconium where all the Boy Scouts go for their camp every year. Yeah. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I work really hard. In fact, I was up all night working on shit, working on these graphics and doing all this stuff. And I want to put out great content. I want to make sure that everybody's having a good time at the show. Right on. Yeah, man. My buddy's nickname, his daddy used to call him Meathead. So there's a Meathead video in there. I smoked a cigar for him right after he died, and right after that started me on my sobriety journey for sure. I just tore me up. One of my best friends of my entire life. Just let everything in life and alcohol and all that shit just take him, just felt like life wasn't worth living anymore. And it just really, really woke me up. It's crazy. Oh, sorry, brother. I didn't see how to get his attention. I forgot.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So where you're at, I apologize. You're right behind my camera, so I couldn't see that you were back yet. I've just been off on a tangent here.
It's all good. I'm catching up on all my messages. I got a whole bunch.
Right on. But tell everybody what your email is again, Tan, if you would, please.
Yeah, I can do that. Tandamanchannel@gmail.com.
Tandaman Channel.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it in chat.
Thanks, Terry. Well, I was thinking, so my sister and brother-in-law got a farm down in Warsaw, down around White Branch, right where the dam is at Truman there. And I was thinking about maybe taking a couple days next week and tripping down there. And hell, if I do that, I'll reach out to you, and maybe we'd be close enough. We could kind of maybe meet in the middle in person and have a cigar, and I can give you your goodie bag. That would be cool.
Missouri.
Yeah, because you know, us folks that have lived here for a long time, we call it Missouri, and not
Mm.
Missouri. Missouri.
Now, Mizzou, isn't that a college team? Something, I don't know. There it is. Yep.
So anyway, let me get back to my, you know, we were talking about accessories and stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I bought a lot of cheap shit here and there and just kind of made through. And of course, you know, I'm not ST DuPont in the shit because I could buy a hell of a lot of cigars for what that shit costs. But my favorite and my go-to that I've had lately and I really love is, so my cutter that I love now, it's a Calibri.
Nice. That DP,
And it's a dual cutter, you know, so it's nice and deep. It cuts a really, really good, you know, I mean, look at see if I can get that to focus. I mean, it cuts a really nice deep V, you know.
Yeah, that
and
is
doesn't
beautiful.
fuck it up. It's good and sharp, and it's got a nice one on the other side. And then I got the matching lighter, and so this is the Calibri, the Julius, and this is a soft flame, but it's a dual flame.
Yeah, wow.
And this thing just lights the shit up really good. I really love this combination. In fact, it's pretty much all I use anymore. Like I said, unless I need to do a little touch up, and I'll use this thing. But that's been my go-to for a minute.
I'm gonna send you something real quick. Let me go grab it. I'm gonna mute my just keep me on. I'm just gonna mute.
Yeah,
my
I'll just sorry about that.
No worries. But I'm gonna grab something for you. You might be
Thank you,
interested
Johnny.
because since you like the OG vintage stuff. Okay, I'll be right back.
Right on. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I you know, you can't take it with you. You know what I mean? And if you can't share it with people, and you know, I don't think you guys realize how much it means to me that, you know, you guys are here, and you know, you're hanging out with me, and you know, you know, making the chat great and supporting my channel. And it's like the least I can do, you know, is give away some stuff and send some people some great cigars and let people try some stuff that maybe they've never had an opportunity to have before. And, you know, shit, if I didn't buy another cigar today, shit, I got enough cigars to last me for at least a couple years, you know. And, you know, here's the thing too, when you get on like the hype train and you always got to have all the new shit and this, that, and another. And it's like, you find something that you like more than something that you have in your humidor. And it's like, I only got so much real estate. So it's like, I'd rather just give them away to somebody and let them enjoy them and make some room for some shit that I'd rather have. Not that I'm sending you anything crap, you know what I mean? Because I'm firmly in the $15 plus realm of existence with every fucking thing though.
Yep.
You know?
That's what actually I've been doing too, Sean, is kind of keep the stuff my palate loves and kind of slowly off and off stuff that I like, right? I still like a lot of the Fuente stuff, but I'm just keeping the stuff that I love and trying not to get too far away from, you know, what I love.
Exactly. You know? And some of the stuff that I know that I'll smoke, and then like there again too, with, you know, with like the, you know, with the hype train, yeah, pretty much everything that I get, it's good. You know, it's not like it's a crappy cigar. It's just there's something that I found that I like better.
That's it.
And I'd rather smoke those. But it's still a good cigar. I'm still going to send you something that you're going to be like, damn, that's good. You know.
So Sean, since you like that the kind of the old school stuff, this is something that I will be having on my site. If you're looking for it already, it's already on a website. But check this out. What does this look like?
Is that a Porsche design?
It looks like a cassette player, right? A little cassette.
Oh, wow. It does. I see it now. Oh yeah, it's got the dugout in the top. Wow, that's killer, dude. That's freaking awesome.
So I saw this, I was like, this is pretty damn cool. And so when I got it, I had no, On the picture, it looked kind of like plasticky, but this is all metal casing, and this is
Wow.
painted on. This is not a sticker.
That's
It comes
freaking
in
gorgeous, dude.
multiple colors. You got your DV and you got your straight cut.
Wow.
So anyway, I will be carrying this on my site too, but there's another site that has it right now. If you guys, I mean, we'll
Shit,
talk more about that on my
I'll
channel.
wait
But
till you get. I'll wait till you get them. I'll get one from you.
so you know, you don't have to wait, Sean. When I get some extra ones, I'll send you one.
Oh, that'd be
And-
great.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
much
Mob,
obliged.
I'll send you the one that's mine. I don't have an extra one, but I don't know if my shipment from Mike is gonna get here soon enough. But I'll send you a
Right
pair
on.
of baby sharks, and I'll send you this one. I used it
Killer.
like I've used it twice, so it's gently used on an Opus, so don't worry.
Yeah.
So I'll send that with you too, Mob, right?
on. So Terry, so I'm right down around Osceola, and that's where all the spoonbill are at the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? Before they start migrating up towards the dam. So I've caught a lot. My biggest to date is 72 pounds. I caught a 72-pound spoonbill right down there at Tally Bend.
What's a spoonbill? What's a spoonbill?
Man, it's a big giant ass fish that's got like a hard paddle off the front of it, and they're plankton eaters. They eat like algae and shit like that. So they just swim around with these giant mouths that are open,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in fact, I don't know. Hang on just a second. Let me see if I can find something here real quick. I probably got it on my phone. Be the easiest way to pull it up. I do that a lot too. I'll just pull pictures up on my freaking phone. And
is that the thing with the big old? Yeah. That sounds like a freshwater fish, huh?
Yes. Might be on my Facebook, but
there you go, Terry. 315.
Yeah, I think it's on my freaking Facebook. But yeah, I love my favorite thing. Oh, and dude, look at how old I used to be old fatty. Look at this shit, man. Look at how big I was back then, man.
Oh, you lost some weight, huh?
Oh, dude, I used to be 400 pounds.
God damn, you were two of me.
Tearing the shit out of me, and so I got a gastric bypass.
Okay.
And it saved my life.
Yeah.
It really, really did.
I'm glad you did. We wouldn't be here talking to you.
Yeah. But yeah, I love to fish. I love, in fact, I'm hoping to go throw a trot line out and do a little jugging while I'm down there and rip up on some flatties and some blue cat. Yeah.
Ever make it down to Louisiana? I mean, I got a lot of guys who love fishing, so we go like in the lakes around here. We'll get some trout, some redfish. Yep.
That'd be killer.
We're loyal. Oh, thank you, Mr. Cash. Yeah, I can't wait to get it going. It's been a lot of work in the background.
Hillbilly. It's all good, man. Yeah, that cassette tape. I wish I'd have had that when I was, had my music room. That would have been
a little bit of a retro here. That's a proper use of retro. I don't know what retro hell means, but
Yeah, exactly. 71, right on. Yeah, it's like you're snagged. You think you're hooked on a freaking log.
That is wild. There you go, Mr. Chris Carpenter.
Chris, what's up?
He's a night owl too. That guy.
Right on.
Every time we get a message like 11 to 12 o'clock, I know it's Chris, because Chris is such a night owl.
Yeah.
And his Instagram name is Hillbilly. You guys go follow him.
Sweet.
Hillbilly Chris.
trying to
I'm about to
find this.
nub this shark.
Dude, I need to light up another stogie. I got this other one that I'm looking forward to smoking. So
Your society.
my second cigar is going to be the Opus Society.
Hell yeah. I would die if I started another cigar right now.
This is such a freaking good cigar. I don't know if I can get Simon to roll on this, but let me see real quick.
The Opus X Society cigar is an exclusive collaboration that celebrates the passion and camaraderie of the Opus X collector community.
Damn it. I'm still working on that, man. I'm still working on trying to get that going. It's something because I have to pull. StreamYard will only let you put so big of videos on there. And so you got to share them off of a drive, and it just doesn't like pulling them off the drive for some reason.
Yeah,
so
I got you.
I got to figure that out.
Simon was on the roll for a second.
He was. Man, this thing's just so pretty. This freaking man.
You know, when I smoked that, it reminded me a little bit of the Oro Escuro, but lighter.
It does.
Right? It's a little lighter than the Oro. But I'm not a big Oro guy, but I would smoke a Society. It's a good smoke.
Yeah, I can't stop smoking these. You know, I bought that box, and dude, I think after this one, I'll have 2 left.
Oh, well, good thing is that they're pushing more right now for the Golden Bullet that's coming out soon.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, Johnny said he's got a couple coming. He's going to send me one, which would be cool. Hey, Chris, right on.
Yeah, down to the nub. 2.5 hour smoke.
Fuck yeah. I ain't got to be anywhere until a week from Monday.
9-day vacation, huh?
Yeah, much needed, man. Much needed.
Yeah, Chris, he was a big artifact arrowhead hunter. So yeah, he's a big collector.
Man, there's a lot of them in Missouri for sure.
Yeah.
Go up along the rivers and some of the creek beds and stuff.
Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun, Sean. I appreciate you sending the invite. And this is my first live, and I usually don't smoke on camera.
Dude? I love it. I look forward to this at the end of every week. You know, we all got a great following, a great group of people coming in.
That's right, Mike.
Man, dude.
Join the cult. But Fuente Lover is gonna find Fuente Lover, so it's gonna be we're gonna have a good time, buddy. Mike's gonna be at Extravaganza with us. So, but I just heard Marcus is not gonna make it. The Cigar Butler.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think he sent me a DM on Instagram. I peeked at it, but he said he won't be able to make it, which sucks.
Yeah, life fucking gets in the way of living. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah. It sure does. I'm sorry, I'm reading Marcus' message. Marcus, if you're still there. Okay, so he is coming. Yeah, because the event's on the 9th. So, yeah, September 9th, Sean. If you can make it, brother. A bunch of us, a lot of us Opus lovers going to be there, and you'll feel right at home, Sean.
Right on. I may try to make it, man, because I'll have some more time off by then.
Yeah, September 9th. It's a Wednesday, New Jersey. I'm flying in Wednesday morning. A friend of mine is gonna pick me up, and we're gonna go check into the hotel, go to the event, have a great time with Carlito, and meet all the folks that I've been talking to for almost 2 years now that I've never met in person, and we're all just gonna hang out and have a great time.
Right on. That sounds
So
like
you got to
fun.
be there, Sean.
Man, you want to see something retro, dude? Look at this. Look at young Fogey.
Oh my gosh, what was that? They had cameras back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, dude. It was the bird in the box that chiseled it out and shit, like the Flintstones, you know. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, Mike's gonna be there at Extravaganza. We're gonna have a great time, man. Have you ever met Carlito, Sean?
I have not. No, I never have.
I'll
The only actual cigar manufacturer that I've met is Nick Perdomo.
Okay.
In fact, he was at he had an event when they launched the Legacy, and I did a video of that up at the Outlaw Cigar Bar, which is one of my locals.
Okay.
And I bought a box from him of the Sungrowns, and he autographed it for me and shit. And I got to talk with him a little bit, and he was telling, because I was asking him about what brought on coming out with the Legacy, and he was like, well, this is basically kind of a gift thing for my son Nicholas, and because I'm getting ready to turn 60, my 60th birthday, and so we kind of put all this stuff together, and but I bought the box, I smoked them all, and it's autographed on the back, and I got it hanging on my wall in the Death Star. Pretty cool.
Very cool, man. Yeah, there you go. Cigar Butler, he's still here. You better come, Cigar Butler. I just read your message on Instagram, so he better be there, Marcus.
Wow. I bet you got a pretty good collection of arrowheads then, Terry.
Yeah, check that out. Damn. There it is. Okay. Cigar Butler, he is going. Yep.
Sweet.
Don't miss out, brother. He made sure we knew it because he put it in twice.
Yeah.
So if not the Dubai, what is something else that's in your collection that is an opus that is a prize piece for you too? What else you got? Tell us more.
Well, something else that I really like, because I'm a huge Lancero guy. I mean, I fell in love with Lanceros when I smoked my first Liga L40.
Okay.
And I smoked the crap out of those. I really love those. But I love those Opus, the 888s.
Yeah, that's a great Vitola.
Really great Vitola. It's a good tasting stick. I've got a few of those in there that I really like.
Have you had the Petite Lancero, Sean?
Have not had that.
It's a little bit skinnier than the 888, and it's a little shorter, but also has the pointy head. That's the closest to a regular Lancero you'll get at a very affordable price at about $25. It's a really good cigar. Yeah.
Right on. Let me hang on a second. Let me do something here. Is that share screen? Let's go with the. Right. I'm going to pull this up and actually put it on the damn screen this time. So I'll kind of show you everything in my cigar scanner. So this is my.
Bye, Mike.
This is all my humidors, because I broke it up into separate humidors because it's a lot easier to keep track of stuff, and different shelves and stuff. And I've got like a box, and so this is my Opus. This is what I've got in the 25th humidor. So I got the Lost City, Double Robusto, 20th anniversary Father and Son, Power of the Dream, the 25th Tributos. I still got 10 of them left. Well, 9 now. And this one, dude, the El Trace Magistral, I love that cigar.
That's a great cigar. Yeah,
I've only got 7 left out of that box.
I think that's all I have left too. Yeah, a handful of those.
I got 3, well now 2. So when I smoke the cigar, I just add it to my journal, let it put it in there, and then I correct the inventory. I keep meticulous records of my shit, you know.
Nice, yeah.
Lost City Robusto.
Yeah.
Lost City Pyramid. Lost City Toro.
Nice.
Yeah, I got the 3, the 13, and the number 1. Got some of those. I bought a box of the 13s, and got some Believes.
Yeah, that's my favorite Opus right there.
Yeah, that's really good, dude. That is a great Vitola.
That's my favorite Vitola.
Passion d'Amours. I got Whispers. 4 God's Whispers left, and then that Dubai.
So d'Amour 1. We gotta fix that.
Yeah, and then so, you know, like I said, that thing was a train wreck. So now I got my Opus Extras. So I've got Perfection number 4, double Robustos, the Robusto, the Bellicoso.
Nice, yeah.
Perfection number 5, Super Bellicoso, the Bellicoso, Perfection 888s. I got like 7 of those. I love that cigar.
Yep.
Perfection number 4. Oh, and then this is what I got left of my Cuban. So I've got a Trinidad Robusto Extra. Got a Monte Cristo number 2. I got 2 H. Upmann Magnums. This is the 2015. This sumbitch is freaking amazing cigar.
Beautiful,
Got one of the Cohiba Limitada. Yeah.
Oh, you got a nice collection there, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love how it gives you a kind of a tally of its valuation right there.
Well, it does. Of course, I paid a hell of a lot more than that for it. I guarantee you that. It's kind of low on the evaluation.
Yeah,
you know, and then so I've just got, you know, and I've got like, I'm a huge Dunbarton guy. I've got shit tons of Dunbarton, and like these are like all of my high dollar shit. I've got the PB97 and the Diosis and Atabey Duendes. I like that. Got 2 of the Legends. Got a Byron. This is a vintage. This is the 2017.
Yeah.
And then I've got a 50th, Padron 50th. And this is a vintage Byron too. This is the Elegantes. This is my favorite Byron by far. And this is the 2018. That's a really good cigar. And then
I love how you put your notes in there too. I love it.
Oh yeah, I do that. And then even like, so like say it's like something that's like so like, you know, like this, I know I've given away a bunch of these. So like I go in and I log, you know, who I've given them to or who gave me one, you know, like see that's the 2014 given to me by Kathy. So I can keep track of, you know, people that I've sent stuff out to and when I send it to them, you know.
Sweet. I love it. I love the organization you got there.
Yeah, I got it really well organized. Like I said, my last week's show, I freaking I spent 12 hours going back through, because on Cigar Scanner, when you like, if you make a new humidor, you can rather than typing everything back in again, you can send what's in one humidor to the other, but you lose the metadata on it. So I had to go in and every cigar and type in dates of when I bought them, so I know what the age is on those cigars.
Yeah.
It took me freaking forever, dude. You know,
Yeah.
it was crazy. All right, let's get caught up on the chat a little bit. So, what's the one that you talked about?
It's $18.
18 bucks.
The number 4, the Opus X core line number 4. You can get that really cheap. You got to find it, but you can get it really cheap.
The Don Carlos Petite Lancero. I bet that's good. I have not had that one.
That's
Chris,
a great cigar
sure.
too. It's got a kick, man. That thing will punch you.
Marcus says he'll be there on the 8th to the 10th.
That's right, Marcus. Yeah, so Chris said he smoked the number 4. There's so many Opus out there, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, dude. Well, I mean, it's like when you start getting so many damn cigars, you know, and when you get like cases like that and shit, and you've got them stacked full of stuff, I don't like fucking them up. You know what I mean? I don't like to touch them any, especially ones that aren't in the cello. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You fuck a foot up on them real quick.
Yep.
So by spreading them out and keeping them cataloged, when I'm looking for a specific cigar, then I pretty much know where it is, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's in this drawer of that big humidor, or it's in this case, or it's in that case. And then I've even got like I've got my my Lancero. I've got one that's called my Lancero locker.
I saw that.
That just got all my Lanceros in it. So I've got some Paul Barbarians, Padron 64, the Superior Maduro, got an Alma de Fuego, Mario Tego, the Timeless, got El Pupo, some Cavalier Genevieves. This isn't a Lancero. This is one my brother gave me that he got at a work thing. It's a Gurkha that's in a glass tube with the black wax.
Yeah.
And then I've still got, dude, this is a good cigar. The Lampert Limitada 2022. It's a Salomon, and it's a big, long sumbitch. So that's why I've got that in there.
Yeah. I smoked the Cavalier 2024. That was really good.
Yeah. La Aurora small batch. That's a good cigar.
Yeah.
And then I bought that Dunbarton Go Fuck Yourself Lancero pack.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And I really love this one, the Joya de Nicaragua Numero Uno. That is a great cigar, man.
That's a good one, yeah. Looks like 315 is about to head out too, by the way.
Is he? Man, thanks for coming, buddy. I appreciate you. Keep putting out that good content, man. I'm really enjoying it. You've been getting some great sticks too, brother, for sure. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you came in. It is a lot of work, but it's rewarding to me. You know what I mean? It's great to be able to, and I got it on my phone too, so it's like, I always make sure I log the shit in, and then when it's time to rotate, then it makes it easy for me. It used to be really bad when I was fucking drinking, because I'd be all fucked up down here and start smoking cigars and just didn't fucking log them. You know what I mean? And so I would go in and I'd be like, well, God, I'm missing that. And I'm missing 2 of these, and I'm missing 1, But, now that I'm not drinking anymore, it's a lot easier to keep it accurate. And, when it's about for me to do a rotation, because I like to, get a little fresh air in the cases and just kind of move things around and, take some away from the Bovedas and put some closer to the Bovedas and just keep everything going. Then I can roll through those real quick and pull it up on my phone while I'm doing it. It's like, yep. Okay, everything's good, So I just
very cool. I love the organization of it. Yeah, I think if I start, man, that'd be a 24-hour marathon episode if I were ever to just record it and just do it. Just so much.
Well, I did one video, and this has actually been my most successful video on the channel. I've got like over 4,000 views on this one video.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Is Your Humidor a Train Wreck? And then the thumbnail, I took an actual drone picture of a train wreck because I got a buddy of mine that works for the railroad. Yeah. And then I went in and I photoshopped in like a bunch of fucked up cigars all over the place and threw Boba pack in here and there and shit. Like my humidor was a wreck, you know?
Yeah.
And you can look at that, and I did like a time lapse of me going through everything and getting it all organized and how I did that, you know?
Right.
And yeah, that was a fun video to make for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, chat's letting you know.
Thank you, brother.
Did I ask you what was your favorite Opus? I think you said the 20th, the 20th your favorite, the God's Whispers, or which one was your favorite Opus?
Yeah, the 20th is my favorite for sure. I've smoked more of those than anything else. Now, this society it's something special. You know what I mean? It is a $90 cigar to me. You know what I mean?
And how long have you been collecting and smoking Opus now? Like really heavy into collecting and smoking it, yeah.
March of 2025.
Oh, so you're pretty recent.
Yeah, because I was actually able to. In fact, I looked this up today because I was doing shit for the video, and I went back and I found my first Perfection that I bought, and I looked at the date that I bought it, and it was March 1st, 2025. So I've been on that, and look at the collection that I've been able to put together in just a little over a year. Yeah.
Sweet. Is there an Opus that you smoked that may not be your favorite, but you were surrounded, but there's like a core memory that's attached to an Opus that you had that now is like maybe one of your favorite?
I would probably say on that it would be the Angel Share. It's not particularly my favorite, but that was another one that Cassie gave me, and she's always holding shit back for years. So she gave me this little red metal 3-pack, tin, and I got to smoke that one, and it was like, hey, this is the shit, you know what I mean? This is what it's all about. And she didn't have to give me those, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I got a special memory with that one, just because it was a gift, and it was a great experience, and it's still a great cigar, it's just not my favorite, not my favorite by any means,
Right.
And I don't know, sometimes I'm really in the mood for like a Forbidden X, but sometimes I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That cigar just has, it's its own animal, really, to me.
It's the only one that aged in a cherry wine barrel or bourbon barrel, if I remember correctly. I think that's the one. I think the Añejo also does that too, which is great.
Really?
Yeah, the Añejo.
Yeah, it's they're good. Like I said, that was that one that I had that hella ash on.
Yeah.
Damn. This is
we saw
insane.
we saw that factory. We saw the actual barrels that the oak barrels, the bourbon
that
barrels.
They aged them in?
Yeah, they aged them in. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's killer.
Yep. Chris said that he smoked 10 and he's still smoking and he's still drinking.
Yeah, no doubt. There we go. Let's change the beat.
Damn. Yeah, the new Diademas for the Heaven and Earth line's coming out. A lot of people are waiting for it.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many,
Yeah.
And it's like like I said, I'm kind of at that stage in my journey where it's like, okay, dude, you need to knock your shit off. You know what I mean? It's like I told myself last week, that I was gonna quit buying shit, and then today I come home. Let me grab these.
Brother, I'm the same way. I told myself that I'm gonna put myself on a self-imposed freeze of cigar buying, and I find out that the Summer of Love sampler box is coming out, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh, here
really?
we go. Yeah, I start texting with some of my contacts and says, hey, if you get one, let me know.
Now these aren't opuses, but there's some good ones in here, and this is some more shit that I got from Cassie. In fact, she's doing CLE Rioa event at her place tonight. So I was in there earlier this week, and she told me about these. So this, Iroa just came out with the dark again, which is the Iroa 30th dark. So I bought one of those, but then she had some of the original Aroa darks from 2 years ago. Nice. So I got two of those. Got two of those to go along with that. And then I bought some of these little Principal Martinique Coronas.
Very nice. Yeah,
from small batch. That's a small batch exclusive. They bought the whole run. They bought them all. It's the only place you can get them from.
Beautiful.
And then this was something special from her too. Talk about your relationship. So I called her because I'd never had one of the My Father La Bijou 1922, the 100 Años, which is a biannual release. It only comes out every 2 years.
Okay.
So I called her and asked her, I was like, hey, did you get some of those this year? And she's like, nope, but I've got two of them from 2022. So these they've already been aged. These are 4 years old.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got them too.
That's a nice snack you got there.
Here's another freaking cigar that I've really grown to love lately. This is that new Espinosa 601 20th anniversary Maduro.
Yeah.
That's a really good cigar. I bought a couple of those this week. And then I wanted to try out the new Crowned Heads Moonflower.
Very sweet.
So I bought a couple of those. So, look, yeah, like I'm really quitting buying cigars, dude.
You just can't help it, man. You just can't help it.
And then tomorrow I've got two of the freaking the Dunbarton Red Meat Lovers, the Smoke Inn exclusive. That's I think it's called the appetizer pack, and it comes in a 2-pack. I got a couple of those coming, and just oh my god, just tons of shit,
I
used to do that myself, brother. I've had me a nice little fucking 6-gallon food grade copper still with a thumper, and had a cooler with a fountain pump hooked up to the worm, and just, dude, I made some good shit for sure. Cool. Like I said, I was a heavy freaking drinker, and
well, it makes it more important that you're 120 days in now, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so this was my setup right here. So you can see there's going the wrong way. So there's the still, and then the thumper, and then I had the worm hooked up to a cooler that had the pump in it, and they just had quick connect to shit, and I just put it on a hot plate, and I'll be making up, some really good batches. My favorite though, and I got to show you this mash because it was like the most incredible one that I ever made. So I made a jalapeno moonshine.
Oh, jalapeno moonshine. Okay.
Yeah. So the sugar source was agave. So it was all agave. And then when I was fermenting it, the mash, I just cut up a bunch of jalapenos and threw them in there while it was mashing. And that's shit, dude. That was like one of the most tastiest freaking It didn't. It wasn't hot. I mean, other than the liquor hot, I think it came out at like 147.
Yeah.
But it, dude, it tasted so good. I could just drink the mash, you know,
You
and the
made your
mash.
own. Wow.
Yeah, where's that picture of the mash?
Someone in chat asked if do I drink. I
Yeah, so
can.
like
Yep.
here's the mash that I was making with it after I got done and filtered it and shit right before I cooked it off. And yeah, I used to love making me some shine, man. That's for sure. You know.
That's cool. Yeah, someone in chat asked. Yeah. Oh, yep. Chris. Yep. We talk all the time about Opus. Tanda, man, do you drink? There you go, Jimbo. Same with Chris. Yeah, I'll drink I drink socially. I got bottles. I don't seek out. I need a drink tonight. I only drink when there's something going on or some friends that do drink come over. My brother-in-law is a big drinker, so when he comes over, we'll pour a little bit over ice. But I don't really. If it's not something going on, I don't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris has
Yeah,
been on this.
I was a pretty big drinker myself, and I had a good stash, you know, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There towards the end, and I ended up just gifting a lot of this stuff to buddies and people that you know, I was just like, man, I'm not gonna drink this shit. I need to get it the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean, I've got liquor in my house. Wife doesn't really drink. I don't really drink unless somebody's here. We have it just in case, friends come over. But since I have young kids, we haven't invited friends over for a drink in a long time.
so this was my shelf. So I had
Mhm.
Jack 12. I had an actual Stag Junior, Weller Full Proof, Weller OA, Michter's 10-year, EH Single Barrel. The one next to that is the Hell Diver, which is a Canadian 15-year-old Canadian whiskey. Eagle
Yeah.
Rare. I had a 2022 George T. Stag. I had a handle of Eagle Rare and Midwinter Nights Dram Act 10. And
All foreign to me, brother. I have no idea what if those are like. I mean,
just some good,
this sound
you
like some
know,
top dollar stuff. Yeah.
it was, and it, you know, it went really good. Just pour you a little dram, you know, with your cigar, and but life just got to the point where it was like I was using alcohol as more of an escape than an enjoyment, you know, and that's when it was just like, yeah, I really gotta do it.
Does anyone here own a raging humidor? And what do you think of it? I'm struggling to justify the price since I'd rather spend that kind of money on cigars instead. Okay, so here's my take on it. Okay, I don't know if you really want to invest in a raging unless you got a collection, right? Because for me, if I don't have a raging, I do have some nice cabinets. Um, if you're gonna have some really high end cigars, it's best to take good care of it because if you
Sure.
take good care of it, those cigars are gonna last a long time. We're talking about
Oh,
10 years, 20 years.
yeah.
You keep it stable, you're in great shape. Um, the biggest thing that will destroy a cigar, although humidity is a big deal, but temperature swings. See, I'm here in the south. I wish I would have bought a raging or some sort of coolador type deal because it gets
Yeah.
pretty dang hot down here, and so
Oh, I bet. And humid too.
yeah. So I mean, humidity is not an issue because obviously it's like you can see me like taking my cap off because it's like sweaty because and it's nighttime.
Yeah.
It's still warm. So yeah, I would if you have to if your budget allows it, get yourself a nice maybe a desktop need one, a King Chi, Raching. They are
Yeah.
high dollar, but they do a really good job of humidifying and keeping your cigars consistent. That's the big thing, consistency.
Yeah. And you know, everybody talks so much about RH point, temperature is every bit as much as important with that because it directly reflects how the RH goes up and down.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Temperature, will, it'll change it. And so you got to keep it a consistent temperature. Otherwise, your RH starts fluctuating. It'll fluctuate with the temperature. So when you can keep it that nice, even keel temp, then you can hold your RH right where you want it, And so with that being said, so what's your go-to RH for your humidors?
So down here in the south, I stick to 65 because it gets like the humidity tonight is pretty high right now too. So it can be in like the high 60s right now, high 70s right now, or low 70s right now. So I go 65. 65 is just right for me. So that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Everything I've got except for that. So that Opus X humidor, being that it's wood, to keep my opuses where I want them in that, I got to put 72 packs in that because that wood just sticks it up. So I put 72 packs in that, but everything else I've got is all 65s because I like smoking mine right at about 62, 63. That's perfect for me. Burns great, smokes great. I think I get the most flavor out of it that way. You know what I'm saying?
I think the biggest thing that people have to remember is that the United States is freaking huge, right? And so where I'm at, 65 is good. Where you're at, you have to go higher in your humidity. Some other places you got to go a lot higher. Like if you're in a very dry climate,
sure,
you might need to,
like
you might have to be.
Or
yeah. So where I'm at, I can't keep mine that high. It's gonna be too wet. So my things hover around 65, 66 some days, 64 some days, but 65 is like just good for me.
Yeah.
Great question.
Me too.
Thanks for asking.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet. It's important, and especially like we've been talking about, you start making an investment, especially in an Opus collection. And yes, Terry, you'll be screwed in the best way possible.
Welcome to the cult, buddy. Welcome to the cult.
You will be hooked, brother. Let me tell you, when you get that and you smoke it, you're gonna, and I'll send you some Don Carlos, and
you gotta start off.
I'll hook you up.
The problem if you go straight to Opus is that you're gonna have trouble going back to other cigars. That's the issue.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be hooked.
Love
he loves that one. Yeah, Chris. I gotta send Chris. Chris and I, we've been working out. I gotta send Chris some nice stuff. It'll be in the mail, Chris, whenever you're ready.
Sweet.
Yeah, Terry, you should. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. Like I said, we might be able to hook up next week in person for a stogie, man. That would be cool. Hit me up on the. Well, I already got your email. You sent it to me, so we're good.
Yeah, so you don't have to ship it out then.
Weekend. Yeah.
One of those mods, I don't see humidors like that. Display for cigars for Marfa, display for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of nice. Like my electric humidor, it's got a glass front on it and stuff. And yeah, you can look in there and you can see the cigars and stuff. But for me, with thousands and thousands of dollars in cigars in my collection, it's more important for me. I don't care if I see them ever, other than when I put them in my mouth. I want to know that they're going to be there and that they're going to be good. Because I get on Facebook or Instagram and you see all these people with all these freaking mold issues and they're buying crappy, particle box humidors and all this stuff, and they're not watching their stuff and they're not taking care of their stuff. Yeah. And I don't care how much money you lose on cigars. It's not just the fact that you lost the money on those. It's the fact that you didn't get to enjoy them. You know what I mean? And, Sean, I see that all.
I just shared with you a picture of my humidor. So those from your channel who've never seen it, check your email.
Let me, you sent that to my Fogey's email?
Yeah. The email that we've been communicating with. Yep.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's see.
That's right, Mob. Baby steps.
There we go. There we go. All right, let me. Holy shit, dude! Let me pull this up and I'll show it to everybody here real quick.
Yeah, where you live is more important than where I stay. Your RH is going to be dependent on where you stay.
Okay, here we go. Let me pull that comment down so we can see it real good. Wow, dude, look at that, guys.
Yeah, you see the upper right-hand corner? Those are a bunch of Tributo trays, Sangre de Toro trays, El Tres Magistro trays. So I just stack my stuff that I don't touch too often. I just out of sight, out of mind. So I don't be tempted to smoke it.
That's like one of the best little tidbits that I've got from anybody in a minute. Tan, I thank you for that, dude. I didn't even put two and two together with that, but yeah, it's like, especially coming out of Opus boxes, it's going to be some good wood,
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, so my boxes on the left-hand cabinet, my singles on the right-hand cabinet, stuff that I'll just tuck away and don't look at it again for a little while. I got plenty of smoke in my singles cabinet already, so I don't need to worry about it too much. And
What's
you see the bot.
What's all those blue boxes on the third row up?
Oh, that's
on the left.
Those are all 20s.
Are they?
Yeah, so you can see Power of the Dream, you can see a Believe, and you can see a Father and Son right there.
Nice, dude. Oh, that's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, I got two loose boxes above it that's already open. So those one in those boxes are sealed. You can see my 25th anniversary to the right of it. I might have to zoom in a little bit, but
when I look at something like that, I think I got to get crafty and I got to come up with a new word, and that's just, boys, that's just straight up fucking cigar-gasm right there. That is a fucking cigar-gasm.
If you look at the tray right below the blue boxes on the left side, you see that you see those two bundles?
Yeah.
Those are the Casa Fuente Lancero bundles. You're not gonna find those anymore. Yeah.
Wow. Man, that's so beautiful, dude. That's so beautiful.
And that's after me. I sold like half of my collection already.
Really?
Yeah. I sold it. Just a little bit about me. Some of you guys don't know. I was partner in my brother's company for. My brother and I, we own two separate companies. We were partners in one company, and he owned his other company. And then one of us had the genius idea of let's just merge company and make a big company. And after working for him for a long time, and then we became partners in the company, man, we almost killed each other. So I decided to step away, and then I sold my portion of the company. That's why I'm starting something different for myself. So since February, for a few months, I've been unemployed because I didn't work for my brother anymore. And so selling off a good portion of my collection kind of kept things afloat. And so as of right now, that's what you see right there is just maybe like a half of what I had before.
Damn.
So,
I've kind of picked up that trick a little bit, especially like when I dropped all the bones on that society, reached out to some buddies and was like, hey, dude, I got, a box of societies that I got down at Wichita that I think's a couple years old. And, help a brother out with some of these because I really shouldn't have master charged that motherfucker. But,
but I mean, it's okay because what a lot of times what I do is that, I would buy a box and I would probably sell maybe half of it or a little more than half of it, and then I'll just keep the little bit that I can responsibly keep, and I just sell it to my buddies. So
man. Oh, here we go. good question from Mr. Cash. What's your go-to sticks outside of Opus, Tan?
Outside of Opus, okay, I got an easy one. Pull my picture back up if you can. My
Sure.
little collection. Okay, if you can zoom in, I don't know if you can do that, but
I can't do that on this. No.
okay, no worries. Next to that Casa Fuente, right? What the below the blue boxes to the right of it,
Yeah.
those are a bunch of legendary cigars that I smoke. Those are the guys that sent me to PCA 2025, and
Okay.
they, yeah, that's the Ecuadorian Habano that I that's like I got 3 bundles right there, and they're standing upright instead of being laying down flat.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I got a bunch of those. I bought a bunch of bundles just because you never know if these guys are gonna be around for long or however this industry works. It's a brutal industry. It's very hard to get into the cigar industry. So I just bought a bunch of bundles and I leave it in there so that it will sit in age. And that's 3 bundles that's kind of sticking out right there. I smoke a lot
Wow.
of those outside of Opus. Now, if it's not Opus, I smoke a lot of selected tobacco. If you guys saw my Atabay recently, I smoke a lot of
Yeah.
yeah, I smoke a good bit of Atabay. Lately, I've been smoking a lot of Rolando Rey cigars because I would go over to his lounge and he would hand me another cigar. Hey, try this, try this, try this, and he's blending new stuff. So he would just give it to me, and I smoke a lot of that recently, and I can't wait till his cigars go to the market. It still haven't made it out there yet. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah.
Oh man, that's just so pretty.
What is your go-to, Sean? Outside of, is it Dunbarton DTT?
Dude, I'm a huge Dunbarton guy. In fact, one of my first real good premium smokes when I started my journey was the Sober Mesa Brulee Blue.
Okay.
Uh, in fact, I got a video on my channel, one of the first ones I put out, and was doing a Saka series, and I got Simon right, so it was called the Simon Says Saka.
Yeah.
And but I did one called Holy Crap Oli, the Brulee Blue, and I love that cigar. I smoke a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I've got a local that gets them on the Reggie, and I've bought several boxes from them of those. I love those.
You like
Man,
the Wagashi? How about the Wagashi?
I do like the Wagashi. Yeah,
The Wagashis are good. I really
Wagashis
enjoy
are
the
good.
Wagashis. Yep.
The Salida Red wasn't bad. It was just kind of monotone, kind of linear. You know what I mean? But it's a good smoke. I like it. I like the Red Meat Lover ribeye. That's a good
Mm-hmm.
one. And I
Mm-hmm.
love the Sin Compromiso number 5.
Okay.
But here lately, so I was lucky enough to get in on this year's batch of the Con Fiddleheads.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is the Cigar Association of New Hampshire, which is a group of guys. Now, Saka's from New Hampshire, and that's where he's at, and his headquarters and all that stuff, and that's where he lives.
Yeah.
And so this is a group that basically comes together and they fight for rights for tobacco smokers. You know what I mean?
CRA. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And so the only way you could get that cigar was through New Hampshire purveyors. So you had to buy them from somebody in New Hampshire.
I got you.
And
Yeah.
I went in as soon as because I talk to Steve Sock on his Facebook all the time, and he sent me like a cigar bomb of all the PCA 2025 stuff. He sent me like 7 4-packs and a hat.
Wow.
And shit like that. And
you're a fan forever now.
Yeah, and he was like, hey, this place has got them. It's called Tobacco Haven in New Hampshire.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I got on their website and they were still available. And I'm like, oh my God, yes. So I'm in there and I'm trying to order these and my credit card kept declining.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, there's no way. There's no way this is declined. So then I pulled out a debit card. It declined. I pulled out another card. It declined. And I'm like, shit, I'm going to miss out on these. So I called them. And I was like, hey, dude, told him who I was and that I was a huge Dunbarton fan, and I really, really want some of these cigars to try and have. And he's like, yeah, he's like, we've had so much activity on our point of sale that everything locked up on us. You know what I mean? But he's like, give me your name and your phone number, and I'll put your name on a box. You got one. And then as soon as we get this straightened out, I'll send you an email. And I was able to get a box from them. And because I was like, man, this is such a limited release. Do I really want to like hoard up a bunch of boxes and not let other people enjoy them? You know what I mean? So I just bought one box. But then Steve put another post out not too long after that. Hey, so-and-so's got like 30 boxes left. And I'm like, okay. So I went to another purveyor and got some from them. So I got 2 boxes of that Fiddlehead. Beautiful. Absolutely. That thing is dynamite. I really love that cigar. It's so good. And that 10th anniversary Jubilee that he just came out with is a cigar. A little robusto, but it's and people bitch about, the price points and stuff and everything with Steve. And, in fact, Marvin and I, we had a show. He had me on this show and we had a discussion about Dunbar, and it was like, I love the guy. I mean, put yourself in his shoes. He's no bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, these are my cigars. I know what it takes to make these. I'm putting out the best shit that I think that I possibly can for you. And this is what it costs, and you either like them or you don't. You don't have to buy them, but somebody will. Yeah. And, Marvin was kind of caught up in that and the price point and everything with just Saka's attitude. And I was like, well, would you be any different if you owned a cigar company? You know what I mean? Wouldn't you want to get the best dollar that you could for them? I mean, I don't really feel like they're really gouging them because I keep smoking them. Yeah. And, so I really like Dunbarton. I'm a huge Ferio Tego fan. Okay. In fact, I've been emailing back and forth with Michael Herklotz to have him on the show. Nice. And, yeah, we're trying to get something set up with him to come on. And
I got a chance to interview him at PCA. He's a really nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, really interesting dude. He's what my grandma would have called a cool cat.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah,
he's a cool cat. And so yeah, I love like the Elegancias. I love the Generosos. I love the Timeless Sterlings. That's a good coffee, in the morning cigar. And I really love the Lampert stuff, dude. Okay. I love, I love the Lampert Sea Breezes. Those are great little cigars. That Lampert Limitada, that 2022 Salomon that I got is fabulous. But that 2025 Limitada that he just put out last year it was my favorite cigar of the year last year, bar none. I mean,
very cool. Yeah.
Delicious. And I think I still got like 5 of those left in the Humi. And I've sent some of those out as gifts and stuff to be like, God, you got to try this thing. It is that good. You know? Sorry, guys. I'm sitting here bullshitting and I'm not keeping up with the
chat. The chat's having their own chat.
Well, and that's kind of it too. And I like that. These guys can chat back and forth.
I'm reading up their chats. What's going on with them over there too? Yeah, there's a lot of Opus. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. I'm not sure what that was referred to, but thank you. Very good. Yeah.
The organization. Oh, he was talking about my humidor, I think.
Yeah. Probably. Yep.
Let's see. Let me get down here a little bit. I think I'm not too far.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. On my favorite videos. Yeah, it's probably when you laid it out and
my train wreck humidor. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. Stop drinking 25. Yep. I'm right there with you, brother. I'm so glad. I'm feeling so much better. I'm so focused. I'm getting a hell of a lot more stuff done at work, and being more creative and having more time to focus on my channel, you know.
Yep. There you go, Sean. Yep. Thank you. Chris Carpenter. Yep.
Let's see.
Oh,
I went way back.
I think you went way back. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know what's going on, but I think the breeze stopped or something because the bugs are coming out. We're doing
Really?
so well. Yeah. Yep.
Right on, man.
Yep. Terry's still
Yeah.
talking about his
You
shine.
take your
Yeah.
time. I mean, you know, some mash bills will roll through quick, and some of them I've left for 3-4 weeks, you know.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Guns, what you drinking tonight, fella?
I've seen him hit. Yep. Yep. The chat a couple of times. Yep.
You like turkey?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one of my favorite whiskeys, and it's not even a bourbon, is I love the shit out of that Jack Daniel's 12-year. That shit was so good. I couldn't keep enough bottles of that in stock, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't contribute too much to the liquor conversation. Growing up, I wasn't a fan of drinking mainly because when I do drink, my filter disappears and I'll say some dumb stuff. And you know, maybe it's just my OCD, Sean. I just didn't like not being in control of myself, right?
Yeah.
So when I
Yeah.
do drink, that filter in my head just slowly disappears, and when it's gone, I say stuff that I shouldn't say.
Mm.
And then I come back, and the next day I'm like, I'm so sorry. Did I say that? I'm so sorry. My apologies. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I did, dude. I got, and I'm not very proud of this, but I was in a particular Discord room one night
Yeah.
and got blacked out drunk.
No.
Blacked out drunk,
Like
and
in the chat or
and some little kid, some punk kid, was pushing my buttons, and somebody else was like, you know, trying to coax me into sending this kid some cigars that I had, you know, because he was new into it and everything. And he was like, okay. And I'm like, well, send me your address, you know, on my email, and I'll send you a bunch of good stuff, you know. And I had to hear it from somebody else because I didn't even know that. And he, I guess he said something about, well, I got to get a post office box, and you know, because you know, I don't want you knowing, you know, who I am or where I was like, I guess I told him, I was like, what do you think, I'm gonna drive halfway across the country and fuck you or kill you, you know? And then just started calling him a bunch of names and shit, and then I ended up getting kicked out of that group that night, and I've never been back. You know, I was so embarrassed about it, and you know, and just I feel bad about it, but I've moved on, and it is what it is. And I mean, that was one of the things in a line of many that, you know, steered me towards sobriety. You know what I mean? Because here's something too, and you know, a lot of these guys have heard this before, but I'll tell you this story. So with that gastric bypass that I had to lose all that weight, so I don't have like a stomach like you got, you know what I mean? And you know, they just cut a little part of it off and then hooked it up to the middle of my small intestine.
Right.
The stomach's still there, but no food goes in it. So like when you drink, it goes down your esophagus, goes into your stomach, kind of gets diluted with stomach acid and all that stuff, and then moves through the upper part of your intestines. When I drink, it goes right straight into the middle of my small intestine where all the nutrient absorption is. So when I take a shot, I could feel it in about 20 damn seconds.
Wow.
And me taking a shot would be like you taking 4 shots all at once.
Okay.
because it's unfiltered alcohol. It's more pure alcohol, and it's going right straight into my bloodstream.
Okay, I
So
got
it
you.
was very, very easy for me to go from happy-go-lucky, have a buzz and everything, and take one more drink, and then I just turn into blacked out asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
so I know I hear you because I was a growing up, I was majority the DD as a group, right?
mhm,
I'd see a lot of my friends just get drunk, and I'd be the guy who would be driving to the party, to the club, or to whatever, and just seeing that I just didn't want to do that, and so they obviously when I would go we'll go party, they say, "Hey, Tan, you want to come?" It's like, "Oh yeah, sure." Tan, you want to
yeah,
drive? I guess, right? So being the DD for so long, I see so much of that, and part of that is like, I'm good, man. I mean, I'll drink, I'll have a good time, but just I
yeah.
don't like the guy I turn into when I drink too much, and so
Oh
I
man,
don't.
dude,
Yeah,
I here's a crazy party story like that. So I had this friend of mine. She was a bartender, a waitress at a bunch of restaurants. We went and visited her a lot.
yeah,
Ended up giving her a job at a place that I worked and all this stuff. But she was my party buddy. You know, I called
yeah,
her. I called her my little Pumbaa friend. You know, so this little Pumbaa bitch and I used to run around. And at the time, we were eating mushrooms, and then I was getting this designer drug that was like purple chunks that you just crush it up and pour it in a drink.
Oh
It
man,
would, it would only last. I call it purple people eater, or no, I call it fruity pebbles. It was fruity pebbles, and it was great little drug, but and it only lasts for a couple of hours. But we were doing a lot of it, And one night we went to a pool party at a buddy of mine's house, and we were just party friends. I wasn't fucking her or nothing, and we were just friends. And we went over to a buddy of mine that I went to high school with, and his wife, and he had a pool, and I had some mushrooms, and those guys had never eaten any shrooms before, so we ate some shrooms, and then, dude, I pounded a freaking fifth of Absolute vodka on top of the shrooms. And then I don't know what the fuck happened, but all of a sudden she started talking about this beef jerky from Quick Trip, and it's like, oh, this is the best fucking beef jerky. We gotta go get some right now. So me and her, my buddy, climbing her dad's little SUV thing, drive up to Quick Trip. I am in nothing but wet sweatpants, no shirt, no shoes, wet sweatpants or wet swim trunks. We get up there to Quick Trip. Well, nobody brought any damn money. Nobody
no
brought
way.
nobody brought any money. So she's hurrying to go back to the house because we just have to try this shit. And she commences to pull out in front of this little S10 pickup that was coming down a hill at about 50 miles an hour and hit us. And I was in the passenger seat, and he hit the quarter panel right in front of me. And let me tell you, brother, I had an angel on my shoulder that night, because 5 seconds later or 2 seconds later, I would be dead right now.
It would hit you, yeah.
And it would have hit me. And it hit that car and pushed it clear over. And she got it over, and it was in the ditch, clear off of the thing. And she looks over, and of course I'm tripping and I'm drunk as shit. And she looks over at me and she's like, "Oh my God, Sean, I can't be driving. This will be like my 5th DWI, and I'll go to prison." And I'm
Fifth.
thinking, oh, I'd never had a DWI before. And I'm thinking, well, I'll save you. And so I switched places with her. And I thought, well, fuck, I won't blow, and I'll get a lawyer and I'll get out of it and all this bullshit. And that's not the case. You know what I mean? And they knew I was fucked up, and I was trying to do like my sobriety check and all that
Yeah.
shit with no shoes on a street that had, freaking car glass on it and rocks and shit. And, but he knew something was going on because my fucking pupils were about the size of a fucking coffee cup. And I refused he wanted to do a blood test on me, not just a breathalyzer. They wanted to do a blood test.
Right.
And I refused it. and got a lawyer and everything. And, you know, it was because of the fact that I said that I was driving. It didn't matter. You know what I mean? I took the charge. I got a DUI for this Pumbaa chick and fucking lost my CDL for a year.
Yeah.
I didn't lose my driver's license, but I went through hell.
Sean, 1 second, real quick. As we're talking about all this, Marvin hops in. What's going on, y'all? You guys are going strong because he sensed that we were doing something wrong.
Marvin
Marvin, he's still there
today, man. Hey, brother, let me catch you. I'm just sitting here bullshitting and not keeping up with the chat.
Marvin's like, let me hop in here and then you know, correct these fellas real quick.
Hang on, let me find it. Sorry, guys. I'm just sitting here bullshitting, not paying attention to anything.
Thanks, Mom. Chris is right. Tupperware is the way to go if you want to. You're on a budget. But yeah, man, that's part of the reason why I don't really drink, like, you know.
Oh wow, I missed a bunch of shit, guys. I'm so sorry.
I see the conversation happening.
Yeah.
I don't know, Marvin, is he still there? Just finished a golf round, smoking a cigar, drinking.
Wow, I apologize, guys. What's going on?
There he is. See, right when we start talking about why I don't drink, Marvin hops in and says, "What's going on, fellas?"
Hey, what's up? Yeah. You're giving you flash. Yeah, dude. So, you know, and then that night when we get out of the car before the cops get there, she's just like, I'm going to throw a shit ton of money your way and all this stuff. And oh my God, dude, that whole thing ended up costing me probably $3 or $4 grand. And she was like paying me like $50 a week. And I'd have to hunt her down and ask her for money. And I think all told, she ended up giving me like about $1,000 and then just ghosted me, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you realize what I just did for you? And you're going to treat me like that? But that was another thing that it was like, okay, so poor judgment. You know what I mean?
You learned your lesson that day.
Yeah, for sure.
Marvin just finished a round of golf.
How'd you shoot, Marvin?
By the way, Marvin, thanks for connecting me and Old Fogey Stogie over here. It was through your live that we connected, for sure. And that's how we're doing our thing today. So thanks to you, sir. Rise and grind. Everybody go give Marvin a sub. I'm pretty sure you guys already have. Marvin's like over 10,000 subs already. So keep it up, brother. Yeah. We're big fans.
Some of the best cigar content on YouTube, man, for sure. It's and his lives are always a great time too. You know what I mean?
I always learn something. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, we're pushing past midnight here, brother. You guys go this long? Holy shit.
Sometimes, you know, if you know, my shows are almost always 3.5 hours, but you know, if you know, and I'm still smoking on this society, I still got a ways to go on it yet. Of course, I'm, you know, got diarrhea of the mouth, and
I had to put the shark down. Because towards the nub, when it gets too concentrated, man, I'd be lightheaded, and it would be a pretty thing. So I had to put it down.
Drinking some Knob Creek, right on. What are you smoking tonight, Marvin? Great video, by the way, today. You know, some good ones, and that freaking that Casa Rio Deep Blue, man. I was fortunate enough to get a box of those, and that's so far that's turning out to be my favorite cigar this year.
You need to hop straight. You need to skip straight forward to Rise and Grind's a new post, bro.
Okay.
You know, my first time.
Seriously?
Yeah, my first time I had gummies I was at a condo in Destin with some friends on the beach, and they gave me some gummies to try, and I took a quarter. Okay, so a quarter, just a little bit, a small chunk of that. Brother, I was hallucinating, man.
Man, dude, I'll tell you what, the first time I ate a gummy, and I was one of the first people in Missouri to get their medical card when it came out, because I got neuropathy in my feet really bad because of diabetes, and I get a lot of pains and stuff, and I hate pharmaceuticals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but I do. I hate taking pills. And I got a gummy, and dude, I ate that thing at the dispensary and then went and ran and did a couple of things. And when I got back to the house, I literally couldn't get out of my truck.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out of my truck. I was so fucked up and tripping. And so I'm like, okay, the neighbors are going to start freaking out. You're sitting out here in your truck for fucking 20 minutes and not doing anything. So I was like, okay, I got out of the truck, walked around to the front to get up to the house. I had to lean up against the truck. I couldn't even hardly stand up. So I had to compose myself and then be like, okay, dude, just one foot after the other. Get your ass in the house.
Yep.
And then I sat down in a chair. I started having heart palpitations and shit. Like I had atrial flutter and shit. And
oh my gosh.
I turned white. My wife came home. She was going to call the fucking ER doctor or the ambulance and have them come get me. And I was like, no, baby. I was like, I'll get through this. Just give me a minute. And about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes later, dude, that shit just turned off like you flipped a switch.
Yeah.
Just gone and off. It was like, okay, maybe I ought to just, and then come to find out they were 100 milligram gummies.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I ate a quarter of one. So my first gummy was like 25 milligrams. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah. My wife had to assist me that night. Holy smokes. We were at the condo. I was seeing things. I went downstairs because we stay at the basement of the condo, and I just stayed in there the rest of the night because I was like, babe, leave me in here. Don't just bring me some water. This will go away eventually. But I was seeing like 16-bit Mario on the wall.
Wow.
Like literally pixels of like the game Mario, Super Mario Bros. And I was like, why am I seeing fucking shit on the wall? I could. I was like, I'm good, man. I'm not doing it again.
Man, I did get on today too. Bought some more cigars. So two guys had that. They got 250 boxes of that new Casa Carrillo, the Encore Noir Part 2. And there's only 1,500 boxes of that worldwide. And two guys had 250 boxes, and I got a box of those ordered today. But I love the Casa Carrillo stuff. I've bought the Battleborns. I've bought those. I've got like, I don't know if you can see this or not, but let's see. So yeah, there's my deep blue box hanging up on the wall down here.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a pretty box and just such a great freaking cigar. I love it. Yeah. But yeah,
we're pushing almost 4 hours now, brother. I don't know if I can hang on that long. These bugs are coming out now.
It's all good, man. You do what you got to do. Hell, it's probably, if I wasn't on vacation, I'd be, but I'm going to finish this. And if you need to go, that's cool, man. I'll tell you, it's been such a great pleasure having you here. And I've got to, meet some of your guys and talk with some of your guys. And, we had, some really great, conversations and topics, and the Opus experience was great. And man, you got a hell of a selection, dude. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Sure. Yeah. No, I you can ask Chris, man. Yeah. If we're having a cigar conversation, I'm texting all night, and and I tell people all the time, like, you know what, Carlito responds to me on Instagram, and I have Carlito's WhatsApp. And for him to take his time out to respond to someone like me, who really, kind of a very small content creator and a very kind of a nobody in the cigar industry, for him to still respond and take his time out to talk to me, I'm thinking that who am I to not respond to people in my messages or in my comment?
Yeah.
I need to work even harder than Carlito if I ever want to get to his level. So, I tell people all the time, man, like, just hit me up if you guys ever want to talk about cigars or Opus or Fuente. Just I'll have a conversation. It's tough for me to initiate new conversations because when I'm on the phone or looking at messages, I'm responding to Instagram, I'm responding to YouTube, I'm responding to Discord, I'm
Yeah.
responding to WhatsApp, and I'm responding
Hmm.
to personal chats that people have like my cell phone on.
Yeah.
So I don't initiate a lot of conversations, but if you message me and you have any questions or anything, any milestones that you're doing or what you're smoking, I'll respond to all of them.
Yeah.
So
Like
I
likewise.
take the time out to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Marvin saying Casa Cria is now his favorite brand. Yeah, I've got a lot of Carrillos in my stuff, man. I love them, and
I don't think I've had one, so I gotta try
I
it out.
kind of started out with like the Encore Majestic. I fell in love with that, and that made me fall in love with the box press Montova. You know what I mean? They
Very
make a
cool. Yeah.
great box press cigar. You know what I mean? And but yeah, I got a ton of EPC stuff, and I bought a ton. I got 2 boxes of those blue purples. I bought one of the first boxes of the Encore Cameroons that came out. I've just been a huge fan of their stuff.
Yeah,
And
it seems like we got a bunch of gummy eaters in the chat too. So it looks like Terry's about to bounce. Yeah, I need to get going too.
yeah,
It's already past midnight.
right on, man. Well,
Well,
really
thank you
good
for
to have.
having me.
Yeah. I hope it was everything that you thought it was going to be, and we had
Bet,
a good time.
man.
We'll have to do it again, and
Yeah.
I'll definitely reach out to you and keep watching your content and everything, and excited to see what you got in store for the future, brother.
Thank you. Usually Friday night's family night, but we had so many guests over, we were able to kind of get the family thing stuff done early. And I told my wife that, hey, I got to be on a podcast tonight, so let's have dinner early. And luckily, we ordered in and we ate, and I was able to set everything up on time. But usually Friday night is dedicated to family time, and so we usually go out and have dinner and with the kids. But since we had so many guests over, we decided to stay in, so it worked out perfectly.
Well, that's
So thank
awesome,
you.
dude.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah,
having me over. It was
and
great
man,
meeting
thanks
the
for
whole crew here.
coming out and smoking with us. You know what I mean? And sharing tidbits of your knowledge and everything with us, and just had a really good time. And I'm gonna think about that New Jersey trip, man.
Extravaganza.
Yeah,
Come hang out with us. It's 6 weeks away. I think they still got tickets left. It's a chance to meet Carlito. He's the problem is if you do meet Carlito, you're not turning back. That gentleman will make you fall in love with not only the brand but just the people representing Toro
yeah.
Fuente. You'll have a great time, buddy. So thank you,
Well, I
guys.
tell you what, if you really want to get to know what Carlito is, watch the interview that Holt Cigar did with him.
Oh yeah, I've seen that many times. I love it.
Dude, wasn't that great? I mean, he is just such a humble guy and just such a great human being. I mean, he's and like you said, for him to reach out to you like that, it's just epic.
Yeah, yeah. He's a
But
great gentleman, and he's taught me a lot about this industry and taught me a lot about people. Taught me a lot about just this industry is not just about cigars; it's about people. And so I'm fully bought in. So I'm here. Thank you, appreciate it. Love meeting your audience. And we should do this again sometimes, brother.
we definitely will, brother. Definitely. Well, good luck to you, and I'll be in touch.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a great evening, and I will talk to you guys soon.
Right on. Take,
Peace.
take care. Well, awesome, man. That was really great having him on. That was a good show, man. Oh, dude. I tell you, this society's been doing me really good. I only got 2 of these suckers left, and I think I'm going to let them sit for about a year and come back and revisit them. But it's been such a good smoke. Yeah. Marvin, what'd you shoot today, man? Did you play a decent round or what? Oh, and who was it that was asking here earlier? Chris. Yes, Chris, the fiddlehead is amazing. You know what I mean? It's a very, very delicious cigar, very unique flavor profile. Yeah, you absolutely love it, you know, for sure. Glad you guys could come. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit and finish smoking this. Um, you know, there's 9 more days I got off, so I don't have to be to bed early tonight, and I got everything lined out for tomorrow with Mama. So I'm actually going to be on Ray's Raytona 500 tomorrow. It's going to be a 12-hour live stream. I'm going to try to make it through the whole thing with him, and you guys should come check it out. It's going to be there's going to be a lot of giveaways. Ray's got some giveaways. I'm going to do some giveaways on his show, and should be pretty great. Thank you, Mob. I appreciate you, brother, for sure. I'll get your goodies out to you soon. I'm glad you won. Congratulations again. Let's see. Yeah, hanging late in the Death Star, Bobby. And I'm loving it, man. I'm absolutely loving it. Let's see. Shot an 89. Played with some guys that smoked me. Yeah. Was that those young guys you were talking about? The old dude that gets paired with the young guys and then they kick your ass, you know? Oh, well, a good any day on the golf course, whether you're playing good or better than somebody or whatever. But I know how that kind of goes. You know, it's like it's a little intimidating, you know what I mean? Because everybody's watching you. And then if guys are playing better than you, then you kind of start getting angry with yourself and you don't play as well. And you're your own worst enemy at that point. You know what I'm saying? Yep, I've had it. I got 2 boxes of it. In fact, check out Marvin's video that he just put out today. I sent him a couple of those fiddleheads so he could try them out because they are that good. And, you know, I was just so happy to be able to get some at all, you know. Right on. Yeah, I'll be on there all day, you know. Yeah, if there's any left, I mean, in fact, it says on the box, it says extremely rare. What does it say? Extremely rare production. I think there was only like 600 boxes of that, if I'm correct. Yeah, driving 300 yards. You know, that's why I tee off from the senior tees now. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I want to have some fun, and I don't care. I'm not trying to keep up with any of them fucking youngsters, man. There's no way. So Ray's show starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. So it'll be 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. tomorrow on Ray's Cigar Lounge. Right on. Yeah, try to if you can get it, you know. You heading out? Well, yeah, you're probably wore out, dude. Thanks for dropping in there at the end, and I'm glad you could come by and hang out with us. And yes, the fiddlehead is awesome, and thanks for everything. I really, really appreciate you guys, you know, coming and hanging out with me. You know, you guys have really made, you know, this freaking all things Opus show quite amazing for me. It was great to meet everybody, great hanging out with everybody. And I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy some good sticks. Keep it smoky. And you guys that won the stuff tonight, I'll be getting that packaged up and sent out to you next week. And Terry, I'll try to get a hold of you, and you know, maybe we can meet somewhere down in Middle Missouri next week. You know, Oliva, the soccer ball. Yeah, the one that you got. My local had one of those, and they were so like each stick that they were selling out of that soccer ball was an entry into winning the box. So, but it was I think you could just buy one. It wouldn't look like you couldn't buy them all and then just get the box, you know, but you could get one entry in on it and get a chance to win the box. I might be able to, Chris. You know, that's just reach out to me. You know, maybe we can work out a trade or something. You know, that would be cool. You're welcome, Jimbo. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Enjoying the content. Yeah, thanks, Bobby. And with that, I'm going to thank you all for coming. And you know, thank you so much for supporting the channel. And just watch out, guys. Now that I got the Death Star studio set up, I'm going to give you guys a tour of that. I got a lot of new Let's Get Smoking videos coming out. I'm going to start sharing some cigars with you guys, some new Fogey Be Traveling stuff, and you know, just you know, well, it's all good. I don't, you know, we'll work something out. Just hit me up on my email, Chris. And anyway, man, I'm on vacation, and shit's good, and life is good right now. I had a great time with you all tonight. If you can get your hands on some good Opus, get them. But there's a lot of great cigars out there to enjoy, guys. So thank you very much for coming to the show, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thanks for watching the Old Fogey Stogies.